Hello, 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 everybody. You are here and live with Dave Jose. I am going to go ahead and give you guys a second to invite some people on. I'm going to be dropping some super uh, fire information. And I'm hold on one second, guys. I'm getting some feedback because I'm live streaming. Let me stop the video. And I do want to say hello to everybody. It is a nice Saturday morning, the 7th day of the week in hot Buckeye, Arizona. It's not so hot right now. We got some rain that came through last night. And I was chilling in Phoenix with some of my people when rain started splashing. I'm like, what the heck? But it was beautiful. But what I want to do is I want to say hello to everyone. I want to thank you all for coming on. Today, I'm going to drop some bombshell information for you guys, some information probably that you have never seen before, you have never heard of, but it's going to be powerful. It's going to open your eyes. It's going to help you to see some things. Guys, one thing that you will know about me is that I'm about fighting for the nation. I'm about saving the nation. You will find, guys, and I know some of you guys are getting upset because some of the people who are the news media type guys in the movement are talking trash, saying stuff about me. One of them is a child. He's 18 years old. So I pray that you guys forgive him because he knows not what he is doing. He is a young man that is learning about life, has some wisdom in some things, but he is learning about life, but he is still a young boy, not even in college yet. So, or maybe just in college. So he doesn't have a lot of life experience. And at a young age, it is very easy to be impressionable. And what I want you guys to understand is that in media, in newscasting, in different professions of that sort, when you look at some of the greatest athletes in the world, like Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Booyah, right? Martial artists. When you look at these people, the fans love the people who are kicking butt. The fans love it because for a short amount of time, everyone who has wanted to do what that athlete is doing gets to see them do amazing things. They get to see them challenge other greats. They get to see their team win. And it is a powerful thing when you get to go and you get to perform or fight in front of the people. Now, it's not the easiest thing. And this is why athletes and powerful people get an opportunity to go before sportscasters, newscasters, people who bring the news. It's deep because when we look at what's going on in any realm when it comes to the news, a newscaster is brought before the people and their name gets better when they have something to talk about. There's a lot of people who have groups that they call it First Audit or Arizona Audit or this and that, Arizona, Maricopa, whatever. People got whole movements going based off of people who are doing audits. And so I understand that when people are not happy about what certain people do, that they, as newscasters, control the microphone. And so when they're upset with you, they can turn off the microphone. When they're happy with you, they can turn on the microphone. But the one thing that is true is that the fighter will always be fighting. The fighters will always be fighting. See, before somebody like Nick Masseter found me on my page and started watching me and learning the truth that I was telling in order to bring me on his show because he wanted to show something real. See, this was his decision. I didn't find Nick. I didn't know Nick. I saw him and said, wow, it'd be cool to be on the show one day. But I didn't go pursue him. He came and got me. So if he decides to turn off the microphone, that's his choice. But he knew what the truth was when he heard it. And what happens is when people bring on people who fight and do things that are not normal, their name grows. More people want to hear what they have to say. So if the audits don't start in the first place, there is no news media to talk about that, no alternative media. So before there was anybody coming to ever even talk to me and Josh were working with the legislature in Arizona, not the whole legislature, but just key important people who we needed to get stuff going. With the board of supervisors, we were working with them to make things happen. So when people found out that we were sending out all these things and things were happening and people were listening to us in government and we started doing it from state to state, we've been interviewed by a lot of people. And this was before I ever heard of anybody who's making a record as some professor, a DJ. Before any of these other guys who came in talking about the situation on November 3rd, we were already doing stuff on November 5th. Now, this is not a contest. This is about real freaking life. And we even got it to the point now, y'all, where America is being attacked. People will tell you that there's an attack. See, we know Lindell is bringing forth stuff that can turn over the bad things that happened on November 3rd. We know that. And then somebody with some beautiful hair can tell you, oh, Lindell Symposium got infiltrated by 2 agents. 2. I know 2 people who are trying to take over. But if you really know that there was an infiltration by 2 agents and you know they're agents, why would you not say their name so the whole America and all the patriots can deal with them, outcast them, fight them, stop them right now? Come on, y'all. This is our nation. Please share this video, y'all. This is our nation. This is a time where our nation is in a constitutional struggle. And for some reason, someone can tell us that Mike Lindell's symposium was infiltrated by agents, which means you probably got the PCAPs to know they were agents. You know they were agents. So great, the other one, you know who got good hair, the pretty hair on Mr. Clements. You know who I'm talking about. Mr. Clements said there were 2 or 3 agents that were infiltrating Mike Lindell's symposium. He knows this for sure, right? He's saying it. But whose names did he give to tell and what agency they were part of so everybody else can know? Come on, y'all. It's like those PCAPs that we're supposed to be seeing that they told us we're going to get something better than, but we can't talk about it. But then again, Professor Clements tells us and goes on the freaking media telling that agents interjected inside of the symposium, and nobody's going to ask what's their name, what they look like. Can we have a picture? Y'all not seeing something strange here? I'm going to just show y'all truth today. I'm going to show y'all powerful stuff that you probably never seen before. I'm not one of the silly, weak people who needs everybody to love me to fight. I'm a Negro from the ghetto. Chocolate brother from the ghetto. I have no business being the one to learn this stuff, to talk to y'all. It is not me. It is God. When you get a guy who didn't go to school for law showing you what the law says and the attorneys are not telling you, and the guy on stage is telling you that an attorney is not going to help you, they will not save you, something is backwards. It is not the chocolate man doing it. It is God. I have no ability to know this stuff except for it be by God. The attorney man is telling you no attorney is going to save you, and he didn't quit. So then that means likely he's not going to be the one to save you. It's funny, y'all, because they say, I'm going to pray real quick. Hold on. Dear Heavenly Father, and look, y'all, my ego head. Woo! Now look, y'all, I want y'all to understand that it is God that is going to get the glory. So we got to stay focused. We got to stay focused. Let's get ready. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for your love, your mercy, your truth, your revelation. Thank you for this blessed day, Father. Thank you for showing us truth. Thank you for giving us the receipts. Thank you, Father, for caring for us, providing for us. Thank you for the good times and the bad times, Father, because all things come together for the good for those who love the Lord, who love God, and are the called according to his purpose. Father, we thank you so much, Father, for building us up, preparing us for this day. Father, we thank you so much for giving us victories in other places so we can have victory and courage and strength in this place. And Father, we thank you for letting the people come together and seeing your goodness and your provision and your love and your care and your mercy. Because it is through you, Father, that we will win this battle and have joy and laugh and joke together. We will sing, Father, and we will dance around with gladness, Father, because of your mighty and wonderful works. And Father, we know that you expose all evil, and we thank you for it, Father. And it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. So that fire, let's go. All right. Guys, I want y'all to understand something. Abraham Lincoln used to have news media people attacking him. Abraham Lincoln didn't go to law school. Abraham Lincoln fought cases in court, yet he did not go to law school. He did not have a law degree. Abraham Lincoln, one of the best presidents ever, didn't have a law degree, but fought cases in court. Do y'all know who one of the biggest enemies of Abraham Lincoln was? Y'all know who killed Abraham Lincoln? See, we got a lot of people who come and take camera video of things that are safe, that you're probably not going to get killed for, that you're not going to get a lot of enemies over. Because you don't have to be the one to stand up in front of the most evil people if you're the one recording and not the one in the midst of the fight. Do y'all know who Abraham Lincoln's biggest enemy was? An actor named Booth. Do y'all know what group Booth was part of? What if I showed y'all that the people who put the hit out and who killed Abraham Lincoln also infiltrated his army? Did y'all know that Abraham Lincoln told that people were infiltrating his army, trying to shoot him in the back all day and night, and their name was not the deep state? They were not the bankers, but they did fund Hitler. Do y'all know who it is who made fake cases against Charles Chinquapin, made fake news articles saying he raped a woman because he was telling on what they were doing in what you would call the deep state, the deep church. Do y'all know about this? See, a lot of people will play games with your life. They'll come on and have shows and talk about what's going on in the world. But do people come with solid information and fire for you to take action and give you understanding in every single freaking show like it's freaking serious business? See, the same people who killed one of your best presidents, Abraham Lincoln, are the same people who teach law schools today, who charge you for the law, but one of the biggest attorneys will tell you they will not help you. The Jesuits of Rome teach our law schools. Professor Clements said that Mike Lindell was infiltrated by 2 agents, didn't tell you who. But the bar attorneys are taught by the Jesuits. Abraham Lincoln was killed by a Jesuit. Charles Chinquapin was set up by Jesuits. Law schools in America, libraries, government offices, the FBI and the CIA are ran by Jesuits and have been. It's funny that Professor Clements will tell you 2 people or 3, I can't remember what he said exactly, I don't even give a freak. 2 or 3 people infiltrated Mike Lindell's symposium. He did not tell you who. He did not tell you who. He was able to go on stage and talk about what he's done with prosecuting people in the past. He told you attorneys won't help you, but he prosecuted people in the past. But he didn't have the heart to tell you right there on stage who it was who was infiltrating, and he knew. Why are we talking about people who you prosecuted in the past and stories, and these events that happen in your history when you got traitors in the midst of you, and you admit it, and you won't tell the people? Then you go on Bannon, and y'all don't tell the people. Are the people's lives not important today? Are the people's lives not important today that you can go and play around and go on shows and talk about agents, but don't tell? A cop that knows that there's bad cops hurting people who does not tell is a bad cop. Why wouldn't the people solve everything? And you don't give the people a chance to know who the agents are, who you know are right there in front of you? I'll put my sacred honor, everything I have, I put my family on the line, my life on the line to tell y'all truth and to stand against evil men. When people came from the DOJ and said, we gonna stop y'all, we went live and showed how to do notice and went right at them. When people came and the Perkins Coyne's attorneys came with 70 plus people talking stupid, we went live, gave the people what they needed to give notice right there and went at them. We didn't hide. We didn't hold information back from you. But now alternative media people are talking junk. When they were worried about people killing their pages, they said, Dave, help us make a notice to stop this. Hey, Dave. Hey, Dave. Colorado is having some problems. Make a notice for me. And we did it. Free. But then the problem is, when you are a newscaster, to stay relevant, you go with the people sometimes who got the biggest name, the most money, the Masons, the Jesuits, the people with the status. I was never about the people with the status. I tried to warn the people with the status, but I don't go try to join the people with the status. Because the people with the status could have an agent in your face and know it. The dude got the gun next to you, and they're not going to tell you. That's how Abraham Lincoln got shot in the head and killed. Abraham Lincoln got killed, guys, by a Jesuit in the freaking theater. Nobody was watching out for him. Mike Lindell get jumped in a hotel around a whole bunch of people who ain't making sure he's okay. Josh Barnett, Candace Taylor, and different people around the country get calls from me telling them, cover your freaking drinks up. Don't be around these people. Don't just be letting people come in your atmosphere. Yes, the Jesuits run the media. Now, I'm not going to just tell y'all stuff because y'all know, like I say, I bring the freaking tapes. I don't play PCAP games. I show you everything I freaking say. I show you. I show you. Y'all just got to start being real, though. How the freak somebody gonna know your enemy is in your midst and never tell nobody? Now, you know it's proven already because his own word said it. He went on the news and said there were 2 or 3 agents, I don't remember, who were there at Mike's symposium. Mother freaker, you see stuff going crazy, the sound not working and stuff going crazy, and you know that somebody's there who's a freaking enemy and you don't tell us their name? Bruh, stop. We're not that dumb. We're not that dumb. Come on. Y'all heard him say it himself. There was agents there and he didn't tell y'all who it was. Why didn't they tell Mike? Why didn't they tell the security? Why didn't they tell the audience? There was enough brave people in that freaking audience. They would have escorted those people out. You telling me you got to keep it a secret? What would you gain for keeping it a secret? See, people can play politics. I'm not a politician. People can play with your life. I'm not one of those people. I come to equip the people with freaking fire and smoke that makes people stand up and take their nation back. So if I die, you're equipped. It ain't about me. But I tell y'all what the enemy does, who the enemy is, explain the courts, explain how you have to use the legislature and how you have to teach them. I give you the tools. So when was there ever a time where I didn't tell y'all who's doing wrong and what the freak is wrong? That's right. You should have said there's some freaking clowns in this house. Hey, they over there, right there. Hey, y'all should have been like, hey, them, catch them outside. How about that? Right? Guys, you don't notice people are propping each other up who haven't done things, who won't tell you who the real enemy is. Right after the show, Clemens goes on Bannon. When Clemens was trying to make everybody think the chat groups were actually helping people, he went on Bannon. He started talking about affidavits. They're propping each other up, guys, but you got an enemy and nobody tells you their name. Nobody gives you a snapshot. No picture of them. All them cameras in the room, we ain't got one snapshot. No, the Jesuits created the Illuminati. Adam Weishaupt was a Jesuit who created the Illuminati. The famous Mason, Albert Pike, was a Jesuit who became a Mason. Y'all not gonna tell me how it is that your enemy could know who the enemy is right in front of you and they don't tell? I bet you if Jesus would have told Peter that Judas was the enemy, Peter would have cut Judas's ear off. I bet you. I know this. Jesus was wise. Jesus knew when he even talked to Peter, you got to be careful. Because he know Peter would bring that freaking smoke, right? So when you deal with enemies, guys, you got to be careful. You got to tell everybody else. You can't hide it. When Josh has somebody who comes with a funny story to his office and people are inviting people zinky in his office, and I see that this person is talking funny about how they almost got arrested and the FBI is chasing after them and this, that, and the other. And then they're saying some slick stuff. I'm like, Josh, that dude is an agent, man. Don't let that dude in here. Watch this clown, right? Watch this clown. Watch this clown. Ask Josh how I am. Josh, why are they letting this dude come around you? Do you know this dude? Did he not try to run against you? Why the freak is this dude in your presence, Josh? Do you know him? I don't play that junk because you protect the people and the team so that people can win. But let's go deeper, y'all. Let's go deep. Who wants to see some deeper stuff? So y'all understand. See, people say, we all got to work together. Oh, we all got to help each other. There can be no division. Dude, not everybody's on my team. I don't play that junk. I show y'all what's real. Trump got his anus kicked by agents working in his face, Bar Association agents. Bar Association agents were in Trump's face telling him not to listen to Sidney Powell, not to listen to General Flynn. Y'all know the story. General Flynn, Patrick Byrne, Sidney Powell were all there and they thought it was going to be a fight because the way they were talking bad to Sidney Powell, no respect, talking bad to Trump. We wrote Trump affidavits to tell him what was coming. See, guys, I don't just sit down and play, but I got very powerful people who are regular men and women who come sometime and give me information. One's name is Dad. We call him Dad. Dad drops fire on Dave and gives me information where the Jesuits are attacking right in people's face. Y'all know Trump should have never had a situation where the CCP beat us. Trump should have never had a situation where he lost this election. Trump should have never had a situation where he got ran over. Y'all know that? I come to drop fire and smoke on y'all. I'm going to show y'all something. A voice in the wilderness. Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano. On the church, America, and the world. I bring y'all the receipts. See, a lot of people are playing on videos on YouTube, talking junk, acting funny, not preparing the people for what the freak they have to face. And they want to tell you, oh, don't listen to Dave, oh, blah, 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 blah. But I'll show y'all where the attack is coming and the people are writing in books telling y'all. They told Trump. They told Trump. But Trump listened to attorneys who Mr. Clemens says can't help you. Did the attorneys help Trump? Nope. Trump thought he was coming back, didn't he? Are the attorneys helping him? Nope. Trump can't even figure out who to endorse, can he? Nope. But all the attorneys get together and prop each other up. But they can't help you. I'm not talking to you about my own words. I'm showing you the tapes. I'm showing you the PCAPs of how they took over the nation in real evidence. I'm showing y'all. The devil often will tell you what he does if you just read. Yeah, like Bill Barr, who they said trusted. Bill Barr gonna come save us. Yeah, Bill Barr stuck you in the back. And y'all keep believing in these clowns because they have a name and they wear a tie and they went to law school. How are they helping you? Somebody show me one court case that was won by an attorney to get an audit. Name one. I'll wait with my uneducated, no law degree having self. What I'm going to do, guys, I want to take y'all to 25, letter to mothers against globalist dictatorship. Exactly what we're going into. First open letter to President Trump, 310. Letter replying to none about Trump. Second open letter to Trump, 318. Let's look and see. The Jesuits, look at this. The Jesuits, the church, and the deep state. The Jesuits, the church, and the deep state. This guy is telling y'all the playbook of how they're going to take over. Telling Trump. Trump got his attorney friends around him and he came here. But I love Trump. Trump did a lot of good things. I love Trump. But the Jesuits are running the show, teaching the lawyers. You don't know who is who. They say they'll infiltrate all governments. They'll infiltrate churches, law offices, governments, freaking libraries. And y'all sitting here watching people go against me who helped do the audits. But then they support the lawyers because they got a big name. Boy, y'all better learn about the Masons, the Jesuits, and how they support each other. First open letter to President Trump. All right, I'm gonna give y'all the tapes. I'm gonna give y'all the tapes because we got to be ready. Everybody share this. Trump didn't know who the Jesuits were who was coming at him. Y'all talking about the CCP. Y'all probably don't know that the Jesuits helped keep the CCP alive and funded them, do y'all? Y'all don't know that the Jesuits went against Abraham Lincoln, that the Jesuits funded Hitler, that the Jesuits funded Marxism, that the Jesuits controlled the handlers who taught Obama, that Joe Biden is a Jesuit, Bill Clinton is a Jesuit, the FBI been ran by Jesuits, CIA ran by Jesuits. Let's read, y'all. Let's see what's up. Mr. President, this was on June 7th, 2020. In recent months, we have been witnessing the formation of two opposing sides that I would call biblical. The children of light and the children of darkness. The children of light constitute the most conspicuous part of humanity, while the children of darkness represent an absolute minority. See, I keep telling y'all these evil and wicked people are the minority, and we are the majority. Trump people, 80 million people watched Mike Lindell the other day, and they got no PCAPs, and they're sad and they're broken because they don't know what to do. But the children of light, those who belong to God, right? They have all power, all might, and God has directed them to lead the people. That's why God will use the small things that people can't understand to overcome the wise and powerful, to triumph over them. This is why Professor Clemens can't win in an argument or a debate with a nobody who has no degree and he can't understand. This is why y'all are standing up and kicking butt now, because God has equipped you guys with things that come from him. It is not my wisdom. I am a nothing. Let's keep reading. And yet the former are the object of a sort of discrimination, which places them in a situation of moral inferiority with respect to their adversaries, who often hold strategic positions in government. These people join the media, get into government. Clemens was a prosecutor. He knows how to prosecute. Why isn't he trying to prosecute those people who are doing wrong? Why isn't he going before the grand jury like Candace Taylor? He knows how to do it. He did it to us. He did it to the regular people. Why won't he do it to the government? Why is he being propped up so fast? Why are people putting him out there and he having connections to all these people, but he won't tell who the traitors are? Let's keep reading. Adversary who often holds strategic positions in government. Y'all notice that Governor Ducey in Arizona, Jesuit. Governor Brown, Jesuit. Taking the most kids in the nation. Y'all notice that? Let's keep reading. In politics, a lot of the politicians are deep state Jesuits, Masons working together, and this guy is telling. He's in the midst of the group that has taken over. He's telling y'all. He's telling Trump, they're in government, man. They're in politics, bro. They're in the media. Watch out, Trump. And Trump don't get it. Trump don't get it. You don't realize that Trump is endorsing bad people because they're propping people up for the benefit of themselves? Y'all don't realize this guy is being propped up with no way to tell you how he's going to fix the election, and he was a never Trumper? A never Trumper is being put in a key position right now in front of your face to lead you guys on how to have an election that he never got one. Lynn Wood is a bar attorney. They prop each other up. Does Lynn Wood know everything he's saying or who he deals with? Lynn Wood thought Trump would be back in office already, didn't he? I love Lynn Wood, but I'm not God and Lynn Wood is not God. So we got to look at the facts and see what the freak is really happening. Some people give testimony of what's coming that never, ever, 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 ever happened. Yeah, Trump is being led to believe that that stuff they stick in your arm was okay. That's a dang bunch of garbage. A bunch of garbage. But he has advisors that tell him all types of crazy stuff. But let's keep reading. Yeah, photo ops with famous people. The famous people have key positions like this guy is telling. I ain't got no key position. I lose more money fighting this fight than what I've made in the past. Way more. I'm just telling y'all. We should love everybody. We should love every man and woman. Oh, we know. Come on, man. You can see Frank is trying to take over everything and everybody. He didn't want Candace Taylor to speak. You can see it. Watch this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Their inferiority with respect to their adversary. See, the reason that me and Josh win a lot is because we take what God has let us see and we give it to the people, and the people start to stand up and fight. So then when the people stand up and fight, they outnumber and outpower when they have strength their adversaries who have political positions, media power, and all that stuff. Watch this. Whom often holds strategic positions in government and politics, in the economy, and in the media. He can go on anybody's show any day of the week, go in front of any powerful person any day of the week because they're propping each other up. It's easy to see. Here's the book on the Church, America, and the World. Archbishop Carlo Maria Vigano. It's called A Voice in the Wilderness. Now watch this, y'all. He's telling y'all the media props each other up. So what you got to understand is sometimes the media and the Jesuits will create control opposition media to interfere with the works of the good side, to lead people away. Now, y'all notice, and I'm going to just tell y'all, there's government officials already telling us that Clements and some of these other dudes are telling them don't work with Dave Jose and trying to tell them stuff in the private about me that I put in the public and let people see the real truth. They just give some fake stuff from fake reporters that work with Clinton. And they're trying to say, don't work with Dave. We won't work with Dave. But they never got an audit, y'all. They never got an audit. Never. Watch this, y'all. Now I'm going to let y'all hear about the Jesuits because they teach the law schools. They run the FBI and the CIA. I'm going to show y'all some smoke today. We're not going to play. Let me know if y'all enjoying this so far. Is this making sense to y'all? Let me know if this is making sense to y'all. I don't mind if I get shut down. I'm on Telegram and Odyssey. I'll find a way to get back up. God will take care of it. It ain't no big deal. Watch this. Now watch this, y'all. In an apparent, inexplicable way, the good are held hostage by the wicked and those who help them either out of self-interest or fearfulness. They prop each other up, y'all, so that they can freaking get positions and control the people. And this man says this, Trump, is why people are struggling. Trump, you got to fix this. The people of the nation are falling apart, Trump. And if you don't help them and say something, nobody else will. Trump got this letter, July 7th, 2020. We should not be in this freaking issue right now. But Trump got tricked. Now, I'm a nobody Negro from the hood. That ain't going to get tricked as easy. I'm not going to get tricked as easy because God has prepared me for this. I fought the Jesuits way back in the day. In 2014, I was fighting the Jesuits and they were giving me death threats because I found out how they were changing Bible versions and hiding stuff. And I had debates with the Jesuits and called them out publicly, just like I do Clements and the rest of these guys. And they offered to take my life. This is serious business. You can go look and see me fighting the Jesuits. You can see me fighting them. You can see me fighting the Masons in history. Way back in 2008 and 9, fighting the Masons. So I'm letting y'all know I've been a fighter and I've been here to fight. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make freedom. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to lead people to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, their power, their strength, and their dominion that he gave them. That's what I'm here for. But let's keep going. These two sides, which have a biblical nature, follow the clear separation between the offspring of the woman and the offspring of the serpent. On the other hand, there are those who, although they have 1,000 defects and weaknesses, are motivated by their desire to do good and to be honest, to raise a family. Don't that sound like y'all? To engage in work, to give prosperity to their homeland. He's saying some of y'all just want to work and take care of life in your family and have a little bit of fun and a little bit of money. That's it. Y'all not out here trying to take over the world. And he's saying y'all getting punished. And he gave Trump the evidence, gave Trump the PCAPs. And Trump was taught to not use it. Let's keep going. To help the needy and in obedience of the law of God to the merit of the kingdom of heaven. On the other hand, there are those who serve themselves, who do not hold any moral principles. Guys, how do you have moral principles, know you got freaking enemies in your camp and not blow their back out right there? I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a nice Christian man, but if I know we got enemies trying to destroy us on the spot, I'm going to physically pick them up and throw them out the front door, period, straight like that. I'm just telling y'all. Professor Clements knew that there were agents in the place and did not make them get out, did not pick them up with his hands, lay hands on them, and throw them out the freaking building. Y'all tell me, what kind of man is that? If the rapist is in your house, you subdue him. You don't leave the people to be devoured. They messed up the whole freaking event. Agents interfering with everything, nothing working. And you don't tell? What kind of clown junk is that? He said it himself. If he knows the agents are there and Mike Lindell got jumped, how the freak do you think they know where Mike Lindell is going to be at all times? How do you think they knew when Mike Lindell left? How do you think they knew when to be ready to catch Mike Lindell slipping? How do you think they knew? I'm from the hood where people set people up and kill people all the time. I've seen people get shot in front of my face. How do they know when you're going to be there? Because somebody is there telling. He knew who the agents were. Mike Lindell said, oh, they beat me up. And, oh, you could hear the dang sadness in his voice because he got set up. And the prosecutor An ex-prosecutor was there who prosecute regular people, and he don't step in as a freaking officer of the law who took an oath to the Constitution to protect. You let Mike get jumped, you clown. You let Mike get jumped. You let the plans get foiled. You took over his event. You let yourself talk about the chat groups and your teams and your mamas and all this stuff so you could get all the glory, and you let Mike get jumped when you knew agents were there. And you said it. You said it. Mike is lucky he's a freaking live right now because he's rolling with clowns who don't care about him or the nation. I'm just telling y'all the truth. And I get a little worked up because this is our nation, our kids' future. Mike Lindell on there talking about his grandkids. I wouldn't care if Mike Lindell was even a dog. His grandkids are important. And we got enemies to the people in the midst of his project. And Clemens knows. And then he go on the show to get some freaking props and tell later, but don't tell who they are. And Bannon should be ashamed of himself for seeing this man tell there were agents there and knowing that they were agents and not making him tell who it was. Ask the hard questions. Behizzy, get your anus online, call Clemens and ask him who the freak the agents are so y'all can tell the people so they can prepare and protect themselves. Stop being freaking cowards. Nick, call Clemens and ask him who the freak these clowns are, who are agents in the freaking place, and make him tell. All this weak, soft junk. I am sick of it. You can't be a freaking soy boy, feminine little weak clown. Freaking get some heart. Y'all know they freaking know who was there doing this dirty junk. Discrediting the people so the news media can go out and say it wasn't organized, it was some clown show. You leaving Mike Lindell and the people hanging like a coward. Be a freaking real media person. Be real. CanCon, I know you real. Ask them. I know you got the heart, CanCon. Tell them to give a snapshot of these people's faces so the people can deal with it and know what's up. I'm not a freaking news reporter. I'm a freaking fighter. But gosh darn it, man. If you know who these freaking clowns are, say something. Junk is weak, man. This dude's spending millions of his own money to try to help people see the truth. And y'all ain't as know there's agents there. And you gonna freaking just sit there? You gonna go do a show about it later? Get your name out there? Cute. Cute. Let's keep going, man. This y'all got me pissed off. On the other hand, there are those who serve themselves, who do not hold any moral principles, who want to demolish the family and the nation. Never Trump or Clements. Exploit workers to make themselves unduly wealthy. Foment international divisions and wars, and accumulate power and money. Yeah, there's a lot of power going into the hands of some people who never fought to get audited. Show me one that Clements got. Come on. Nick, call Clements, bro. Behizzy, call Clements. Find out who those agents were and put it out today. I dare you. If you're a boss and you really about that life, get the information today like a boss. Call Clements like y'all tried to call me on three-way, listening in the background for Gail. Call Clements and ask Clements who the freak these clowns are and tell all the people today. Put your life on the line. Tell who the agents are and walk around like me and see if they don't try to blow your brains out. And then we'll know how tough you are. Let's leave the media junk and the games. Let's stop trying to get famous and go along and get along. Call Clements today, do some real news. Find out who the freak those agents are. Put it up on your Telegram today. Or keep talking about Dave, a nobody, right? Dave is a nobody. Keep talking about me, but let the clowns get away. I dare you, big boys. I dare y'all. Let's see how real you are, right? I'm putting my life on the freaking line every day. I go right in front of these people every day. I show y'all videos of me fighting them and telling on them in their face. I want to see the first news media alternative guy who's going to go get Clemens to tell today and put it out there. Clemens, don't be a clown now. Show who the freak it is, who's the agent, because you said it and you said it on Bannon, getting your name out there, I know. And you're going to see Trump. I hope you're going to tell Trump who it was too, so Trump can do an actual 45 report that actually tells on somebody for a change, rather than just freaking talking about what he's hearing on the news or from his freaking clown attorneys. Let's see, because this guy told Trump what was up. Trump, you should have put this in a notice. You should have took this guy's thing and told the people so the people can fight. And I love you, Trump. But come on now. You said you want to give the power all back to the people. I heard you say that, and it reigned in my mind supreme for a long time. I said, ain't no man ever talk like this in no presidential position trying to tell the people they're supposed to be in power. Oh, shucks. Let me really turn it up. Let me turn it up. Let me turn it up, baby. See, I'm going to show the PCAPs. I'm going to show y'all exactly what's happening in the midst of government, how they're being told, how we're being ran over, and they're not telling y'all. So when I tell y'all, oh no, I'm not bashing CanCon and Nick. CanCon and me talk all the time. Nick just messaged me yesterday. I'm saying take the real information from their homeboy Clemens. That's not bashing. Now, of course, if you are soft and you're weak as heck, Johnny, then maybe you're just too soft to be here and you should delete yourself. No big deal. I don't mind. I told you I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make freedom. If you won't hold people accountable, you a sucker. So I don't care if you say, oh, Dave, I'm worried now. Now I'm going to run. I don't give a freak. There won't be a nation left to run to. They'll be raping your family and your wife as the CCP. That's what will happen. They'll be snatching your kids out the house, forcing injections on you, and you will suffer. Don't tell me about you not going to be here. I don't give a freak. I'm challenging people to be freaking warriors. You could be a sucker if you want to, and that's why we're in this situation. Soy boy, estrogen-filled clowns who can't talk about real life. I'm just telling you what's real. I'm telling you what Trump saw behind closed doors from a guy who knows the work of the Jesuits. And they're taking over our nation right now, and you crying. You're only on my show right now because you're scared and you don't know what to do. And you're following people who are fighting. That's what you're doing. You're not a leader. You're following. And then you get mad when a leader calls out somebody else and tells them to fight. Get your clown self out of here then, softy. But I'm not going to be that one. I'm not going to be the weak one that let the nation get taken over without a freaking fight. That's what's called real. Nick and CanCon and them can call me out any day of the week. I love CanCon. CanCon has corrected me on live video. And if he correct me and he's right, I shut the freak up. If I'm right, I keep going. That's what real people do for each other. When Josh Barnett wants me to do better, he freaking gets on my head. David, you need to finish this by tomorrow. David, we need this out here. We need this out here. And I get to freak up and do what I need to do. That's what real men do. Real men get on the football field together. You got to freaking pull a little muscle. You're tired. You're crying. You're sad. You're hurt. And they say, bro, we almost at the victory. 4 more steps. 4 more steps. Homie, I ain't got to call and tell CanCon nothing. He was at the event. Shut the freak up. The news media was there. They met Clemens. Clemens said there was an agent there. He didn't tell. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I wasn't there. But I'm a boss enough to stand up and tell everybody else what's up. Don't get mad because you tissue, boy. Just be weak. Sit in the corner and be weak. You're not going to get in the middle of the fight because you're not a fighter. You're going to tell me to shut up because you're soft. I'm not that weak, bro. It's not going to happen. I'm going to stand up for the freaking people and show the truth. Trump saw this stuff and y'all never saw it. What the freak kind of nation is this that somebody's giving letters to Trump telling them what they're doing, telling they're stealing elections, and the nation don't know. This is the people's nation. Trump is an employee. When the employee finds out that we're being infiltrated, the employee tells the people. That's how it's supposed to go. So if you got a problem and you don't want to watch no more, take your behind on somewhere else with that soft junk. You can cuss at me with your soft junk, but you're not real enough to fight this and stop it. So take your soft butt on somewhere and act like you act behind a computer keyboard. But if you ain't gonna lay your life on the line for this junk because it's your nation and you freaking love it, then you're a clown. Shut the freak up. Now, let's keep going, guys. I'm sorry. Watch this. On the other hand, those who serve themselves, who do not hold any moral principles, who want to demolish the family and the nation, exploit workers to make themselves unduly wealthy, foment international divisions and wars, and accumulate power and money for them, and fallacious illusion of temporal well-being will one day, if they do not repent, yield to the terrible fate that awaits them far from God in eternal damnation. Yes, that's going to happen. Watch this. In society, Mr. President, there are two opposing realities. These two opposing realities coexist as eternal enemies, just as God and Satan are eternal enemies. Guys, y'all been coming and saying, hey, y'all, this is something crazy. This is something crazy because it seems like it's really God against Satan right now. Y'all are, this is what kills me. Your hearts are feeling that something of huge proportions are happening and it's God against Satan, and y'all have been calling it out. And I've been hearing y'all like, holy crap, they know. They realize. They know that something ain't right. This is God against Satan. And if anybody loves God, they're going to tell the truth, even if their life is on the line. It doesn't matter. My life ain't that big of a deal. The truth matters. Your future matters. Watch this. And it appears that the children of darkness, who may easily identify with the deep state, which you wisely oppose and which is fiercely waging war against you in these days, have decided to show their cards, so to speak, by now revealing their plans. They seem to be so certain of already having everything under control, like controlling the courts, right? Clemens will tell you, yeah, we control the courts, and the courts ain't gonna help you. The attorneys aren't gonna help you. Dr. Frank said the courts ain't gonna help you. Then at the end, they said part of their remedy was to get to do Freedom of Information Act request and take them before judges in a court. What? You say the courts aren't going to help, and then you're going to take everybody over, get affidavits to use in courts later that you say are not going to help you the whole time. Okay, Jose. Let's go. They seem to be so certain of already having everything under control that they have laid aside the circumspection that until now had to at least partially conceal their true intentions. The investigations underway will reveal the true responsibility of those who manage the COVID emergency. He's telling Trump about Fauci and them. He's telling Trump is fake. Did Trump show this to y'all? He's the head person who works for the government, for us, for the people. And we don't know what's going on. And somebody told him. Watch this. Emergency, not only in the area of healthcare, but also in politics, the economy, and the media. We will probably find that in this colossal operation of social engineering, that's exactly what y'all been saying. This seems like a social engineering program. This seems like they're trying to train us. Y'all so smart. Y'all catching stuff. I love y'all. Guys, book like this sometimes costs $500, $1,000. And Dad, get them for me or send me to go buy them. So while people say, David, it costs $50 for a membership association. Yeah, well, the membership association buys information to protect the people. That sometimes costs $500. 50 years in the Church of Rome. Catholicism against itself, where the Catholics are telling what they're doing in these situations. I'm just letting y'all know the truth. I'm just letting y'all know the truth. You can get mad at me for telling the truth. You can get mad at the messenger. But I'm reading y'all the PCAPs. I'm reading y'all how Trump knew what they were doing before they were doing it, but y'all didn't know. I'm reading y'all the PCAPs. Let's go. Okay. We will probably find that the colossal operation of social engineering, there are people who have decided the fate of humanity, arrogating to themselves the right to act against the will of the citizens and their representatives in the governments of nations. You see how they force you to wear masks and do all this stuff, forcing you to get a SHOT, killing your jobs, and they're getting paid for this, y'all. They're getting paid. Let's keep going. We will also discover that the riots in these days were provoked by those who, seeing that the virus is inevitably fading, leaving, nobody believes it anymore, and that the social alarm of the pandemic is waning, necessarily have had to provoke civil disturbances because they would be followed by repression, which would, although legitimate, could be condemned as an unjustified aggression against the population. The same thing is also happening in Europe. See all that stuff we've been seeing on videos, guys, that they try to hide from us in the media? Why do you think they're hiding it? Because it's a concerted effort by Masons and Jesuits and high-power people to take over. And this guy is part of the Vatican who has the Jesuits as their militia. And he's telling. Trump went to Jesuit Fordham University and left after 2 years. Trump got an idea of who the Jesuits freaking are. They should be telling y'all this stuff. They're throwing y'all under the bus. They know who the agents are and they ain't telling y'all. They're hiding it. Seth Kesher don't want to come debate me. Neither does freaking Clements again. Y'all saw what happened the first time. They can't deal with real facts. Y'all, they can't deal with what the truth is. They don't freaking want it. Johnny W. Strayhorn, they didn't just blocked all your comments, bro. I know you sad. Go home. All right, let's look, y'all. The same thing is also happening in Europe in perfect synchrony. It is quite clear that the use of the street protests is instrumental to the purposes of those who would like to see someone elected in the upcoming presidential elections who embodies the goals of the deep state. How Biden treating y'all right now? See, I don't just play, guys. I come show y'all the real truth. I show y'all the real truth. We ain't done yet, though. The deep state who expresses the goals faithfully and with conviction. It will not be surprising if in a few months we learn once again that hidden behind the act of vandalism and violence are those who hope to profit from the dissolution of the social order as to build a world without freedom. Solve et Caligula, as the Masonic adage teaches. See, the Masons, he's telling, oh yeah, the Masons do this all the time. See, you wonder why people get with other Masons and get propped up super fast. Nobody's out of nowhere, help nobody get an audit, didn't do anything, and then the Masons prop each other up. He's telling that the Masons in media, the Masons in other places start wars, cause drama, throw people under the bus to make money. Come on, y'all. I'm just telling y'all the truth. A Voice in the Wilderness by Carlo Vigano. Let's keep reading, y'all. See, everything this dude said he's going to see is happening. He was a whistleblower telling. He hears the enemy's planning. He's right there with him and telling Trump. And Trump don't know that he needs to tell the people all this stuff, and his attorneys are blocking him. When we wrote the affidavits for Trump to take the stuff back, and Sidney Powell and General Flynn took him in, we got the PCAPs for that too. We got the receipts where Sidney Powell and Flynn are telling that, yeah, we got it to the boss. And then we got Patrick Byrne coming out and telling the story that I told y'all when I wasn't there. We got Patrick Byrne and people from overseas as reporters calling me and the reporter telling me and Josh everything that's happening in the meeting as Patrick Byrne is sitting there and they're about to have a fight. And we know the plan that they made because me and Josh made it. We know without even seeing it, this Article 4, Section 4 that Sidney Powell was going to use in Executive Order 13848. How do I know? Because I freaking wrote it. That's how I know. So when God allows people to come from other countries and other states and tell me what they witnessed, I know what happened because I wrote the freaking document. You can go see it in the Supreme Court case by Stacey Burke in Arizona. The only evidence that stuck was an affidavit that Dave Jose stayed up with her until 5:30 in the morning to help her write because Josh Barnett told me to. I'm not freaking playing games. I'm showing y'all the receipts. I'm telling y'all dates, documents, people who were freaking there when there was no such thing of anybody knowing about Never Trump or Clements, nobody taking over the movement, no movement. We were there with the documents telling Trump what to do, and Trump got scared. Somebody else even told they threatened Trump. I'm telling y'all what freaking happened. People can play though like David Jose is not for the people. I could be going and driving fast cars and making crazy money and living my freaking life and not playing with any of this stupid junk. But they'll rip my life apart just like they'll rip yours apart when they take over the nation. So me preserving myself and just living my own life is not beneficial because we all gonna struggle if we all don't know this. And this is why I study day after day to give y'all real evidence. I'm not running around willy-nilly trying to figure out what I got to talk to y'all about. I know very well what the freak I'm teaching y'all. I'm not having an event day where agents are taking over my event and stopping me from talking because I don't know what to say and I don't have my CPACs, my PCAPs, my D-dogs. I'm bringing the freaking receipts. It's coming with me. I know it's there. I ain't trusting nobody else. The smoke is coming because God prepared me for this day. And God tells me to do everything with all my soul, all my heart. Not to be playing. All my mind, all my might. Everything I got to drop fire every single time. I get done with these videos and I tell people I'm so drained. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I just need to lay down because I put my whole freaking soul in this. I'm not hiding agents from y'all. If an agent come out in the open, the agent gonna get dealt with right there on the spot, on site. He ain't gonna have to catch me outside. I'm gonna catch him right there. Period. Period. Come on, y'all. Mike getting set up with infiltrators and these people know why they, do y'all notice they're still hosting this guy's event while they know there's agents there? They're still telling about their 50 chat group, their audit ladies who they never got an audit, their first chat group that ain't never chatted about how to get an audit because they don't know how. And y'all sitting up there watching this guy he's telling y'all how they're taking over everything in the movement. At Mike's event, when he knows there's agents there, mother freaker. I mean, I be gosh darn. You know there's agents there. You're trapped now. You already told people. You let the cat out the bag, Clements. But you're sitting up there getting glory for yourself and Frank. And y'all talking about y'all super moms that really are the ladies that work with us. And you're talking about the chat groups that was stolen from a lady in Arizona. And you talk about infiltration, but you work with the guy EOJ who got connections to the CCP though, right? Yeah, I said it. Susan Settembrino, who's your admin? Clements, who's your admin? All the audit chat groups, why is EOJ your admin? Why is he connected to people from the CCP? Can y'all explain that to us? You clowns? Clements, why is this guy your guy? If it is a guy, we don't know who it is actually. Why don't you tell old EOJ to come out and do a live and tell us who he is and why he runs all y'all channels? Tell us. You know about agents. You know about the lady who worked in Arizona who had media relations. What's her name? Y'all want to tell us this stuff, Clements? Help us understand. Help us understand. Why you got people running your channels and all of y'all are connected. All the audit chat groups, go look at their admins, CEOJ. Go look at the Virginia people and tell me why EOJ tried to start drama with them. EOJ, why are you trying to take over everything, bruh? Or bros or peoples, whoever you are, show your face. Yeah, I'm a monster like that. I know you probably dangerous and you got CCP and mob connections and all that. I don't give a freak though, because I'm a freaking monster following God. No fear. I'm calling you out. EOJ, come talk to the people. Salty Lulu, tell people who you really are. Why is EOJ running your chats too? Come on now. Come on, people. Let's talk. Let's talk. Come on. EOJ, go live and tell us about yourself. Clemens, tell us about EOJ. Tell us why Gail Golick has this same admin. She was trying to fight for the beginning. She brought you to the table. Dr. Frank, talk to us about this situation. Yeah, I don't give a freak. I'm going to bring it. I'm going to bring it. Well, no, Ron Cookie, you're saying David Trump is working for us. Trump is not working anymore because he didn't listen to us. Trump listened to the attorneys and got tricked. And now he's on a vacation until we can get him back because he should rightfully be there. But it's going to be the people that gets him back because, listen, they said early August, Trump's going to be back. January 6th, trust the plan. Shut the freak up. The people are the freaking plan. That's what God said in Genesis 1. When the people get together and they are or is one, nothing shall be restrained from them that they imagine to do. Trump can't protect himself. That's our job to protect our workers. It's our job to regulate our workers. Trump tried, but he got a whole bunch of wicked people around him. And so if we don't freaking show the people what's really happening, it's our fault. Trump is our servant. We got to protect him. If you got people working in your businesses, you protect them. I'm just telling y'all. Everybody, let's realize we get some people say, we all got to work together. We all got to work together. Well, the man who knows what's really happening talking to Trump is telling Trump that there's a group of people who working to take everything y'all got. And if you don't know that they're attacking you, your anus will praise them, kiss their butt, and see them on shows and say, oh, look, he must be good. He got on a show with this guy. He got on a show with Trump. He got on a show with this and that. And don't understand that Trump don't know who to tell us is good or bad. Trump endorsed Ducey. He don't know. He don't know. This is our business. We got to fix it. But this guy is telling you that we don't have the best strength and power because we don't know what's happening. And these people run the media and doing all this. The guitar man, you said, is God in control or not? God is in control, but God raises people up to stand up. And remember that God said, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. So if you sit there and you don't know what you need to know and you ain't taking action, your anus will die with God in control. How you like that? See, a lot of people just say things and they're not thinking about what God said. God said, you perish for the lack of knowledge. I'm here giving people knowledge and you're saying is God in control. Yeah, God is so in control that he said, give people the knowledge, David, and make it plain. And that's what I'm freaking doing. Did God not say that? Did God not say, give the people the vision, make it plain so that people who see this may run with it? Is that not what God said? But I know it's uncomfortable when you stand up and freaking tell the truth. It's uncomfortable. You can't sleep on your little pillow softly when somebody tells the truth. And I'm cool with that because God didn't tell everybody to go with everybody else who he got to fight. Caleb and Joshua, two young men, went by themselves and decided they could beat the other nations. The rest of the grown men cowered out and they all died and perished. They didn't see the promised land. But the two little boys who had faith, they did. So when you get to the point, right? When you get to the point that you can't understand that somebody has to come fight and do these hard things because this is what makes things happen. When you can't understand that, this is why you lose. This is why we lost the nation, because we trusted attorneys and people in suits and ties and our servants to fix it. rather than us fixing it. So it is what it is. And I'm not saying Behizzy is bad. I'm saying Behizzy is a kid. He's a kid. He's 18 years old. You can expect him to make some silly mistakes. It is what it is. I'm not mad at him. He can say what he wants to say. He'll learn in time. But Clemens didn't tell y'all, he didn't give y'all the PCAPs on who the agents was he identified. Can we get them PCAPs? Trump tweeted those letters. Not everybody has tweet. Why not come out live and talk about it? This is important. This is important. You got to come out live and talk about this stuff so everybody can know. Now let's keep reading. We will probably find the consequences. Okay. We will also discover that the riots. Okay, I read that. I'm sorry. Oh, although it may seem disconcerting, the opposing alignments, guys, how people just align themselves together and lift themselves up and props themselves up, have described are also found in religious circles. They are faithful shepherds who care for the flock of Christ, but there are faithful shepherds who care for the flock of Christ, but there are also mercenary infidels. That's the Jesuits. They're a military order who seek to scatter the flock and hand the sheep over to be devoured by ravenous wolves. Guys, there's some people who fake like they believe in religion, who will get propped up by other people, and then they will hand you over like ravenous wolves, to ravenous wolves. This is what really happens in real life that y'all don't know about, that I get to live with every single day because I read it and study it, and I got to know and I got to tell y'all. Heavyweight, y'all. Heavyweight when you know that they will prop each other up, take the whole flock of people who trying to fight and turn y'all anus over to Hitler. This is what they do. This guy is telling. So you can believe somebody who tells you there's an agent there, but he ain't gonna tell you who it is. I'm just saying, you can believe it. You can believe it. But I'm gonna tell you how it is. Let's keep going. It is not surprising that these mercenaries are allies of the children of darkness and hate the children of light. Just as there is deep state, there's also a deep church that betrays its duties and forswears its proper commitments before God. Now he's telling you they swear about their commitments to God, but they got secret oaths with each other. Watch this. Thus, the invisible enemy whom good rulers fight against in public affairs is also fought against by good shepherds in the ecclesiastical sphere. It is a spiritual battle which I spoke about in my recent appeal that was published on May 8th. For the first time, the United States has in you, President, who courageously defend the right of life, who is not ashamed to denounce the persecution of Christians throughout the world, who speaks of Jesus Christ and the right of citizens to freedom of worship, which they covered y'all from having during COVID. Your participation in the March for Life and the more recently, your proclamation of the month of April as National Child Abuse Prevention Month are actions that confirm which side you wish to fight on. And I dare to believe that both of us are on the same side in this battle, albeit with different weapons. So he believes that Trump is in the good side, but he ain't say 100% for sure. He don't know, but he believes it. So he knows that there's some wicked enemies who will fake like they're good, but he's saying, Trump, it looked like you're doing the right thing. What is he saying? Trump, I can tell you by your fruits. See, this is what we got to look at. When it was time to get the audits going, who was there taking action, putting their life on the line, sending out affidavits, teaching y'all how to do it? Who was there? I'm showing y'all fruit. When I talk to y'all about Trump, I don't tell y'all what I think. I tell you about what he did, and I tell y'all what me and Josh did to and for him. Before anybody else was around talking about all this audit chat garbage, we were leading Trump Sidney Powell and Flynn with evidence of how to change this and fix it. And we gave the receipts. I didn't get no love, no attention. Josh's campaign people got flown to Trump's hotel on a private jet to deal with stuff with Trump. I didn't get invited. But the affidavits that they had in their hands that somehow ended up not going to Trump were with them, going down their line. Josh and I had to get the real word to Trump through Sidney Powell's side. So even in the midst of people who were connected to us, I never flew on Trump's private jet. They did. They went on Steve Bannon's show. I didn't go. But I did give the stuff that made stuff happen. When Josh's campaign people called from Wisconsin asking for affidavits, Carla and Aaron already had them and were already doing it and are already getting the audit with the people. They didn't ask Josh to come there and speak, and they didn't ask me. But they know it was us. They even called us for the affidavits, even though they don't agree with them. So there's a lot of people. They've thrown events with Lindell in Arizona. They didn't have me and Josh speaking. Think about what's happening. A lot of people get propped up, y'all, but they're not the ones taking the action. They're not the ones taking the action. I'm not the one who goes on the jets. I'm not the one who flies around. I give y'all real facts and show y'all the real affidavits winning, though. And I teach y'all how to fight so y'all freaking win. And y'all know y'all been getting victory all across the nation. And y'all know who it came from. But I don't give a freak if people put me on TV and show me that I'm great. I don't give a freak about that. I care about y'all winning. That's what the freak I care about. And I go around minding my own business, living my life. I ain't on everybody's shows. I'm not rolling with everybody. I'm not trying to look cute. I'm not trying to be a politician. I don't give a freak about having control over nobody. But people will click up and come together and look like they're doing great things in front of people. As a matter of fact, we were on Ann Vandersteel not too long ago, giving information of what to do to win. Giving information of what to do to win. You hear Amanda Chase telling that we taught her. Now they made a hit piece on her right away. Oh, she hangs out with the Soros of Charlotte. What? Not Soros. You put the picture of Soros with Amanda Chase name next to it, and you're trying to go against her. Y'all don't realize that's opposition? She's trying to fight to save the nation. And then they go and do a hit piece on her. See, if you want to be in the face of people who so-called have a name, you're going to submit to them. So if Clemens comes out dogging Nick and Nick ain't ready for that type of pressure, he going to choose what he choose. But Nick sent me a message the other night. I ain't talked to Nick in forever. I ain't talked to him since he tried to take up for Gail Golet. But I'll tell you, Nick sent me a message, and I know why he did it. Nick sent me a message because Nick knows I'm going to bring that freaking fire. Nick knows if you get in the middle of the crosshairs, your anus going to get got, and I'm going to come with the receipts. Nick knows. So Nick wanted to let me know, Dave, I'm not with them. When you get him, it ain't me. That's what happened. Even though he don't talk to me. That's what the freak happened. So I'm just letting y'all know this is real freaking life. Let me read y'all some more. Who want to see some more? It's almost over with. He says, for this reason, I believe that the attack to which you were subjected after your visit to the National Shrine of St. John Paul II is a part of the orchestrated media narrative, which seeks not to fight racism, but to bring social order. And bring social order, please forgive me. But to aggravate dispositions, not to bring justice, but to legitimize violence and crime. Y'all saw them do that with BLM. I'm a black dude, and I'm telling you they did it with BLM. You got people who are afraid because they're white to say BLM and Antifa are racist, crazy organizations. I'm a chocolate brother, and I'll put my name on the line and say BLM is some freaking clowns, and I went after them openly. You got people who don't want to, I don't want to upset them. They might cancel me. Screw that. Tell the truth. Quit being weak. Quit being weak. All right. To legitimize violence and crime and not to serve the truth, but to favor one political faction. They're following the Democrats with everything they got. And it's disconcerting that there are no bishops, such as those whom I recently denounced, who by their words prove they are aligned on the opposing side. They are subservient to the deep state, to globalism, align thought to the New World Order, which they invoke ever more frequently in the name of universal brotherhood, which has nothing Christian about it, but which invokes the Masonic ideas of those who want to dominate the world by driving God out of their corpse, out of schools, out of families, and perhaps even out of the churches. Y'all realize they're attacking the churches in all these places where they're forcing the COVID stuff? Y'all ever notice that? The American people are mature, just like I say about y'all, and have now understood how much the mainstream media does not want to spread the truth, but seek to silence and distort it, spreading the lie that is useful for the purposes of their masters. However, it is important that the good, who are the majority, just like I tell y'all, y'all are the freaking majority. Why the freak are y'all waiting? Y'all could just take everything and change it because of maladministration. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. You don't need somebody to give you permission. You don't need nobody to say that it's okay for you to do what you got to do. You don't need that. Y'all are the majority. Y'all are winning. Y'all have the victory. All you got to do is not just stand up, but stand up in wisdom and the power of God and the dominion that he has given you. That's how you stand up. So you go on January 6th and you just stand up. The first thing that happens, you get aggressive, because people who don't know what to do got to get aggressive. People who don't know the law start fighting. People who are wise fight with the law and make the other people look dumb. This is why Keshel knows, whatever you do, don't go live with that dude. Clemens knows, I tried it once. I gave myself a way out and said I had to leave early. I won't try it again. They know that they cannot do it. They know that they are not coming on one of my videos live and trying to prove anything. They won't bring a single PCAP, CCAP, MRAP, or a GRAP in front of me before y'all and talk about it, because they have nothing to show you. They are subversive, dividing and taking over the movement because they know what we're doing. They know we're stopping, right? They know we're stopping their wickedness and teaching the people to be free, and Masonic people don't want that. Better start asking who rolls with the Jesuits and who rolls with the Masons. Might want to ask. The Masons tried to recruit me and got a heck no. Let's keep reading. The American people are mature and now understood how much the mainstream media does not want to spread the truth, but seeks to silence and distort it, spreading the lie that is useful for the purposes of their masters. However, it is important that the good, who are the majority, wake up from their sluggishness and do not accept being deceived by a minority of dishonest people with unavowable purposes. It is necessary that the good, the children of light, come together and make your freaking voice heard. Like I tell you how to do with the affidavits and notices. Oh, did y'all see the smile on Amanda Chase's face when she said, and guess what I did, guys? I told them I got a big surprise for you. And I dropped that smoke on them with 4,000 plus notices and affidavits, y'all. It was fire. She was excited because she learned how to make her voice heard. They snatched her off of all her committees, but they couldn't take away that voice when she dropped that 4,000 plus affidavits on a record in a way that never happened before in history, baby. Heather and Ryan taught her well, helped put stuff in place, got affidavits and notices from the people. From the people. She was happy. Did y'all not see the joy in her heart? And y'all wondering why Professor Clemens' audit chats would make a hit piece about her so freaking fast? Why did they make a hit piece on her so fast? And why isn't Clemens stopping them? Because Clemens is the attorney agent acting to destroy, letting his cronies do it so he don't have to get his hands dirty. He's telling you he deals with the audit chats. Keschel called Salty Lulu a freaking organizer. So why didn't he stop her from going after Amanda Chase, who was leading the charge at Lindell's event to get people together to tear this thing down in the government? Because he knows Amanda Chase is about that life, bringing that freaking fire and ready to tear it up. So they did a hit piece article on her and passed it around from Salty Lulu in the chat groups, saying that Amanda Chase worked with the Soros of Charlotte, but put Soros' picture there like Amanda Chase dealt with Soros, and didn't provide any facts in the article proving it. No tapes. No tapes. No PCAPs for that article. You let your little cronies talk about Amanda Chase, who told the legislatures, let's get together and stop anybody from preventing us from fighting. The never Trumpers never wanted Trump. Clemens used to be a never Trumper. He's running a group of people who are attacking the woman who said she was there with Trump on the 6th, who said that she wanted to fight next to her president, who got censured because of it. He's letting them attack her. He's the handler. Or maybe EOJ is the handler. But they ain't handling stuff right. Why are you going after Amanda Chase when she's there in front of people at Mike Lindell's event? If Mike Lindell invited her there, apparently Mike Lindell believed she was trying to save the people. So why is Professor Clement and Dr. Frank's group attacking the legislature that's listening to the people? Oh, because she said David, Jose, and Josh. Oh, because she's really fighting. See, the real people know who's really doing the fighting. The legislature knows who's teaching them. Clemens and Frank don't have that. That's why they had to call them up to the Lobo restaurant in the hotel. Candace Taylor heard them say that. Candace knew that restaurant. Candace mingled with Amanda Chase and loved her. But you notice they didn't want Candace to speak. The guy stood with his hand on the microphone and wouldn't let Candace hold it. Dr. Frank was on the other hand with his hand, other side with his hand really close. Didn't he act like he had no idea what she said about affidavits, notices, holding the grand jury, and freaking holding these people responsible? Did y'all not catch that? Did y'all not catch it? Did y'all not catch it? I'm giving y'all the tapes. I'm speaking about what you saw. Not what I heard. What you saw. You saw this. I don't know nothing about no infighting. Infighting means that everybody got to be in the same place. I'm reading you a book from a guy who warned Trump about the fact that there's going to be a Masonic and Jesuit takeover where they were going to infiltrate everything and freaking try to stop the good movements. I ain't talking about infighting. I'm talking about people getting inside of the midst of people who are fighting, just like Clement said somebody did. So I ain't saying nothing strange. I ain't saying nothing strange. But Clemens did tell y'all there was agents in the midst. He won't tell y'all who they are. He didn't take a snapshot of them. He didn't post their face online. Did he? That's not called infighting. That's called calling out what's freaking real. They didn't let her have the mic because they didn't want her to tell who really did all this stuff because they know she knows. They don't want to work with her because she knows the truth and she'll freaking set people free. They don't want people free. They want people to follow them. And then they go on other people's shows and tell about what happened and trick y'all into believing that they're trying to help. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all saw them not give that mic to her. They gave the mic to Marilyn Todd, one of the ones they call a super mom, and told her what she could say. You could hear him telling her what she could say. Hey, talk about this. Marilyn Todd and AJ Todd did affidavits with me and Josh. I know them. But they wouldn't let her, they would let her hold the mic. They wouldn't let Candace Taylor hold the mic. Did y'all know Candace Taylor went on a show with War Room? Kind of deep. Kind of deep. Let's keep going. The American people are mature. Okay, we read that. Sorry. Before the power of prayer. No. What more effective way is there to do this, Mr. President, than by prayer? Asking the Lord to protect you, the United States, and all of humanity from this enormous attack. He knows about the enormous attack. See, people think we all on the same side. No, we're not. There's an enormous attack that you don't know about, that people in power know about, that they're talking about, that you ain't heard of. And then when you see stuff happening, because you don't know the difference between the devil and God and the Bible and what God said and what God didn't say, many of you get lost in what you see. Deception. Before the power of prayer, the deception of the children of darkness will collapse. Their plots will be revealed. Their betrayal will be shown. Their frightening power will end in nothing, just like Psalm 37 says, KJV. Brought to light and exposed for what it is, an infernal deception. Mr. President, my prayer is constantly turned to the beloved American nation, where I have had the privilege and honor of being sent by Pope Benedict, let's see, that's 16? No, 15. Yeah, 16, as apostolic nuncio. In this dramatic and decisive hour for all humanity, I am praying for you and also for all those who are at your side in the government of the United States. I trust that the American people are united with me and you in prayer to Almighty God, united against the invisible enemy of all humanity. I bless you and the First Lady, the beloved American nation, and all men and women of goodwill. So guys, I'm showing y'all receipts. I'm showing y'all what is really happening. This is a letter to him, to a nun about Trump. I'm going to just skip through some of it. I have read the open letter sent to me on last June 17. Also, on behalf of your community, a letter that you wrote following the letter that I sent to President of the United States, since you addressed yourself personally to me. I ask you to give me space on your site to respond to you. I remain bewildered by several expressions in your letter, not only regarding me personally, but also the showy misrepresentation of reality in accusing President Trump of being the proponent of a policy that in recent months has shown itself to be increasingly discriminatory and violent, both and with regard to the health emergency and the latest events of racism. In truth, I do not see how one may make him responsible for the events of racism, which have arisen in the context in which the police and the local governments are in the hands of the Democratic Party, and which have been proven by evidence that little by little is emerging to have been orchestrated by the false flag financed by the globalist elites, precisely in order to oppose the Republican Party and the president currently in office. At an international level, Trump's term of office is the only one for a long time in which the United States has not started any military conflicts, and in many cases, peace treaties have been established and foreign military deployments have been withdrawn. So even people who are nuns attack this man for telling Trump the truth. Now, guys, I'm going to let you guys see one more, and this is a super long one, but the truth must get out, people. And I'm sorry for taking so long. I know I can get long-winded, but it is important that you guys know what it is that is happening to us. It is important that you guys know that these people can trick you and deceive you, and that Masons and Jesuits are leading our schools, our government offices, media, teaching the law professors who have a problem with telling the truth, have a problem with letting you guys see the law. You guys can see that I went live with Professor Clements, and I tried to show y'all the word common law and what it really means, and Clements didn't want us to see it. He fought. He fought. Nazi Germany was funded by Hitler, who was controlled by the Jesuits. Funded by the Jesuits. Guys, these people are so deceptive that they'll have you running around believing that the enemy is not the real enemy and believing that they're good. They also will have you calling the wrong group the ones who are the enemy, rather than getting down to the brass tacks and knowing exactly who it is who did it. I'll give you an example, guys. When you go and you see people put their arm out like this, and they do what some people call a Hitler salute, they put their arm out straight like this, they'll say, oh, they're doing a Hitler salute. No, that's not what it is. It's actually called a Roman salute. Hail Hitler is a Roman salute. Go look up Roman salute, and then go look at the clergy, the Romans, the Jesuits. They're with Hitler, who they call their fallen son. They funded Hitler to kill the Jews. They're funding CCP. They're funding the people who are trying to take your rights right now, and they're hiding it. This is why they don't want you to know about the common law and about the Bible. This is why they hate the Bible, because I can take the Bible and the law and show y'all everything that God said we're supposed to do and break it down in simplicity. Then they can't fight me. Y'all saw Clemens try to fight me online. Y'all saw him try to debate me. He got his anus tore up. Let's just be real. And it was by the power of God and his might, because God prepared me. Clemens got the smoke at about 70%, and he was broken. He ain't want none. So we also see that Keshu is talking, but he says, oh, we're going to keep our stuff to ourselves between us. You don't want to come at me, Keshu. It's A Voice in the Wilderness by Vigano. You don't want to come at me, Keshu, because you know what I'll do. You know, y'all been studying me for a long time. Y'all have prepared yourselves and tried to fight, and you're using your other groups and your people to try to prop each other up. I don't see yet the connection between the Jesuits and the Romans. I'll show you if you want me to. The Jesuits were created by a guy named, you know, the school Loyola. His name was Loyola, and Loyola created the Jesuits in the 1500s to act as a infiltration entity to infiltrate government schools, and as a military order to fight for the Roman Church, for the Catholic Church. So the Jesuits are actually a militia. I'll show you guys some famous people from the time of Abraham Lincoln talking about the Jesuits, and watch what you see. They'll say, that's not a church, that's a military order. They are Luciferians. But I'll show y'all, they run the Masons. So that is exactly who Vigano was talking about. That's who Abraham Lincoln was talking about and Charles Chinquapin was talking about. I'm not going to just show it, though. I'm going to show y'all the receipts. Who want to see receipts? Y'all, are y'all enjoying this, that I show y'all what the freak I'm talking about? I'm not just telling you to trust me. Yep, Ignatius Loyola. That's right. Would y'all like me to show y'all even more? Y'all want to go deep now? Y'all want to see what the freak this fight is really about, what Trump was caught up in, that me and Josh tried to tell Trump about, that Trump's attorneys led him away from? Do y'all really want to see more? Do y'all want to take this and show more? Do y'all want to see more? Masonry is a bad system. They trick the initiates and don't tell them what they're really getting into. And they teach them only a little bit at a time and lie to them. I'm going to give y'all more. Watch this. My vision is getting funny, but I'm still going to give y'all more, because it ain't about me. It's about God, and it's about you. It's about the people. Watch this. October 25th, second letter to President Trump. And guys, we are reviewing this for scholarly information because we like seeing the PCAPs. We like seeing the truth. We like seeing what really happened, the evidence, the real stuff, not the fake stuff, not my guess, not my estimate, not my numbers based on what I think could possibly be if I give or take a little bit. This is the real freaking truth. What's up, Sharon Ulu, with your bad self? Doing that work over there in Texas, giving them affidavits. I know what you did, girl. I know they trying to talk about other people, but I know what you did. I know. Here we go. Mr. President, allow me to address you at this hour in which the fate of the whole world is being threatened by a global conspiracy. This ain't no little small time stuff. This is a global conspiracy. Lots of Masons, lots of Jesuits working together in media, in government to take over. They so bad. These people came in the middle of an article and told y'all that they work together with judges and courts and media and government officials to block any challenges to the audits. Y'all want to know why that didn't work? Because me and the regular people and Josh Barnett ain't connected to the media, ain't connected to the government, ain't connected to none of that stuff. And we really did grassroots stuff live on videos in front of y'all when there was nobody, no Bannon taking us on their show, no Clements professor record. There was no high-level news media showing what we were doing. We were here with y'all making that freaking fire. They weren't prepared for that. That's why they got Media Matters to come in and say we did 54 million views in 6 days, because we are the majority. They had to hide it from y'all. That's why they removed all the channels from mine, except for mine. They didn't move mine because God is protecting mine until he's ready to stop it. They removed my 5,000 viewer Facebook with my kids' pictures, with my history, with my life for the last 10 years. They removed it. Because I was fighting way before now. So now Professor Clements will say, oh, David, why is he still up? Is that what you guys planned? Did you plan for them not to take me down? Because you wanted to make me look like something bad, but you saw 2 agents and you didn't tell who they were? It's funny, Clements. If you know who agents are, Clements, it's not in your nature to tell, because you just saw 2 or 3 and you didn't tell anybody. But you're trying to insinuate I'm an agent because my channel hasn't failed yet. Clements, you don't tell on agents. You tell on those who do good. You attack those who do good, Clements. You don't tell on agents. Because the agents who were in front of your face, who got inside of Clement's situation, Mike Lindell's situation, you did not tell on them. You did not show us a picture. So because of that, Clements, I know that you're fake. You're attacking me and saying, guys, don't trust him, and going to events and trying to let people think, don't work with Dave. Letting your little dirty dog Cashel say stuff. Little pencil neck Cashel. Cashel, you don't want to come live with me. But guys, they knew that there were agents there and they didn't tell nobody. But then they're insinuating I'm an agent because I'm really bringing that fire and they can't stop us. And they're trying to take over what we taught because they know it's the truth and they can't teach it. So now they got to remove me and Josh and get all the people to follow them. That's why they got Bannon to get. Notice, guys, see if I'm lying. My memory is amazing, by God. See if I'm lying. Go back and watch the interview with Bannon and Clements when Bannon talks about, when Clements talks about what's happening and the We the People movement and all that stuff. And the chat groups. You're going to find that before the show even came on, Bannon says this. There were 3,000 affidavits that were given. By who? Bannon? Why are you saying that right before Clements come on the show when Clements is not on the show? And why didn't Clements correct him when he got on the show? Why did he connect 3,000 affidavits with what he was saying before he allowed Clements to come on, where Clements didn't say it? Here's more. Why is it that when Frank and the professor were on the stage at the symposium, did Frank say, are affidavits really true? I mean, really evidence? And then Clemens says, like he didn't know it was a question. Oh, yes, it's 100% definitely evidence. Either evidence to be used in court cases or is something that can get the legislatures moving. Well, dang, Clemens, because when I was hitting the legislature, you were on Gail's show, who also has the admin EOJ, who've been attacking me and didn't want people to know about the affidavits and the notices. You said, when it came to the affidavits and notices that on Gail's show, Oh, well, I'm going to pour ice water on these affidavits. You didn't believe in them at the time and didn't know. Kind of deep. You said they would get laughed out of court. Kind of deep. You didn't know that they didn't have to go to court. Kind of deep. But let's keep going. Allow me to address the global conspiracy against God and humanity. I write to you as an archbishop and successor of the apostles, as the former apostolic nuncio. I don't believe these things, guys. I'm just reading you what he's saying. I don't look at him as an apostle or nothing like that. As a successor of the apostles, as the formal apostolic nuncio to the United States of America, I'm writing you in the midst of silence of both civil and religious authorities. May you accept these words of mine as a voice crying out in the desert. As I said when I wrote my letter to you in June, this historical moment sees the forces of evil aligned in battle without quarter against the forces of good, forces of evil that appear powerful and organized as they oppose the children of light. They go against the children of light, and they're powerful and organized. Wonder why that happens, guys. Let's keep going. Who are disoriented and disorganized, abandoned by their temporal and spiritual leaders. Daily we sense the attacks multiplying of those who want to destroy the very basis of society. The natural family, respect for human life, love of country, freedom of education and business. We see heads of nations and religious leaders pandering to this suicide of Western culture and its Christian soul. While the fundamental rights of citizens, see, you notice in those audit chat groups, they don't want you to talk about fundamental rights that come in the Constitution. They kick you out for it. They don't want you talking about that. They don't want you to understand it. They don't want you talking about the constitutions of the states in there because it tells you how to be free. And Masons and Jesuits have a goal of ruling the nations. That's why. Let's keep going. And denied in the name of health emergency that is revealing itself more and more fully an instrument to the establishment of an inhuman, faceless tyranny. A global plan called the Great Reset is underway. Its architect is global elite that want to subdue all of humanity, imposing coercive measures with which to drastically limit individual freedoms. Y'all notice I teach y'all about y'all individual freedoms? Y'all notice that I show y'all how in the law you can stand up and block anybody from attacking you. We're dealing with these mandates. We just did a webinar dealing with mandates. Y'all wondering why they say they're grifters, don't listen to them. They're saying don't listen to them because they know we're telling y'all the truth. They know we're breaking that fire down and giving y'all the 100% smoke. They never wanted people to be free. Trump did want people to be free. Trump just didn't know all the state constitutions. So now we're fighting. Now we're fighting, showing you guys how to do it. And these guys can't have you knowing your rights. This is why they take over the groups, called them first audit groups, but they never got the first audit. They never got a second. They never got a third. They never got one. They don't want you talking about the Constitution. They don't want you doing it. Watch this. While the fundamental rights of citizens and believers are denied in the name of health emergency that is revealing itself more and more as instrumental to the establishment of a human, faceless tyranny. A global plan called the Great Reset is underway. Its architect is a global elite that wants to subdue all of humanity, imposing coercive measures which would drastically limit individual rights and those of entire populations. Y'all know how y'all feeling that they're crushing y'all into a circle? Why do you think me and Josh are showing y'all how to beat it? In several nations, this plan has already been approved and financed. In others, it is still in an early stage. Behind the world leaders who are accomplices and executors of this infernal project, there are unscrupulous characters who finance the World Economic Forum and Event 201. He's telling, promoting their agenda. The purpose of this Great Reset, y'all out here talking about Nasara. People in the movement talking about this Great Reset and don't know that this is planned by wicked people. And we can stop them. And we are stopping them. This is why they're mad. This is why Kesha says the magical affidavits, but then they're on stage trying to teach the affidavits. That's freaking hilarious. Watch this. The purpose of the Great Reset is the imposition of a health dictatorship aiming at the imposition of liberticidal measures hidden behind tempting promises of ensuring a universal income that and canceling individual debt. They're trying to trick y'all with free stuff. And people eat it up. We ain't gonna have no more debt no more. They're gonna make us free. We're gonna be able to spend money we didn't work for. God said, if you don't work, you don't eat. If you don't work, you don't eat. All of us got something to give. And if you are broken down and your body don't work, we have the ability in the church to give to you. The Bible says, now concerning the collection for the saints. He didn't say for just the preacher, the saints. Those who belong to God are to be taken care of in the church. Fake churches have come. Jesuits have been teaching in real churches, telling people not to give. Just take care of yourself. Give to them. We're not supposed to be on welfare. We're supposed to be taking care of each other. That's what God said. If you don't work, you don't eat. People trying to tell you, rather than fighting and standing up for the law for everybody, you trying to spend your time trying to find some secret treasury account that's going to let you get everything for free. Everybody's so worried about not working. There ain't nothing wrong with working. It's a good thing. The Bible tells you that if you don't provide for your own, especially those of your own household, you are worse than an infidel and you have denied the faith. Don't give me this bull about we shouldn't be working and taking care of each other and blessing each other. This is real life. They're trying to cut off food, cut off farms, cut off schools, cut off your access to be able to go to work, stop you from working, and people just sitting there watching. You don't realize this is a concerted effort where they're trying to take away everything at the same time so you can't deal with it. This is why God created a church of Christ. God created a church so the people of the world could not control our destiny, our health, our welfare, our ability to have food, our ability to work with each other. God put this stuff in place so these clowns wouldn't control you. You're scared because they're controlling you, because you have given them all the power. And now we're showing you how to take it back in the deep state and the deep church. And the Jesuits and the Masons are mad and frustrated and broken and hurt and crushed because we don't give a freak. We bring real fire to y'all every day, showing you how to stop a lockdown. He's telling you the way they destroy the nation is with a lockdown. We're showing you how to stop it. We're showing y'all. People tried to make it so that y'all can get controlled by government. We showed y'all how to be in a PMA where you can fight back as a group and we can fight for you and write affidavits together for $1 each. Does that look like we're trying to get filthy rich? No, that's a membership fee. Ask the bar association that Clemens is part of how much money they collect from each person. He says the bar association won't help us, but he still gives them money. Come on, man. Let's go. Watch this. The price of these concessions from the International Monetary Fund will be the renunciation of private property. He's telling they're trying to take all your property. He's giving you the playbook. He's giving it to Trump. This should have been given to every American. Everyone. Monetary fund will be the renunciation of private property and adherence to the program of vaccination against COVID-19 and COVID 21. He's telling, promoted by Bill Gates with the collaboration of the main pharmaceutical groups. Did we not see this? Beyond the enormous economic interests and motivate the promoters of the Great Reset, the imposition of the vaccination thing that goes in your arm will be accompanied by the requirement of health passport and digital ID. He's telling, Y'all been running from this, crying about this, asking me and Josh, how do we fix this? Help us, please. But he told Trump, why did our employee not post this online for everybody to see? Why? 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 Why does our servants know and not tell? I love Trump, but I hate the fact that he talks about these things that go in your arm and how he brought it, and everybody should get one if you want to. No, it's killing people. I love what you did for this country, Trump, but I hate when you say that. I hate when your daughter gets on TV and fake like she putting something in her arm. I'm going to be real and say it. I don't give a freak. I hate when you let people believe this dumb shot is okay. I hate it. But I love you, Trump. You can do the both at the same time. You can love somebody and hate foolishness. I shouldn't have to live in a nation where the people are afraid because they see people on TV outside the mainstream media getting these things in their arm and shaking and gyrating and falling apart, can't talk no more. Trump, I love you, man. I don't look at you as a god. I look at you as a servant who did your job in many areas. But Trump, I hate when you say that. I hate when you say that, man. Trump, I hate that I got to go to sleep at night and know that you didn't take the machines. But I understand. I know you had some fear. I know they came against you. I love you, Trump. I love you, man. I want you to be in the Church of Christ. I want you to go to heaven. I want your family to be blessed. But Trump, I don't like it. I don't like it when you give credence to people you don't know and say they're good and they're great and tell the American people they're good and they're not good people when you endorse them. I love you, man, but I believe that you should not endorse people you don't know. I love you, man. You're one of the greatest servants I've ever seen. Besides Josh Barnett, he ain't in office. Josh Barnett does so much for so many entities and people personally. I think he's the best, really. I really do, because he don't get nothing out of it. But Trump, I love the heck out of you. But I know even Professor Clinton is going to come hang with you now. You know what Sid Baloney did, Trump. You know what Mark Meadows did in the meeting with Sidney Powell and them. You know this stuff. So Trump, whoever is giving you information on endorsements, I'm a little concerned because I love you. But man, between you and Lindell and Lynn Wood, I love all y'all. I really like Lynn Wood. But y'all go endorsing people at times, man. I just got to wonder, like, what the freak are y'all doing? I mean, it's kind of deep. You know, when Lynn Wood invites or lets Clements come to his house and he don't know him. And he says, this guy's going to save the nation. But he's seen the affidavits that Candace is doing and approved them and said, this is going to work. This is what's right. I'm telling you, y'all, a lot of people coming together endorsing people they don't know. Let's be real. If you bring somebody to my house and you endorse them, you better freaking know them. If I bring somebody in Josh's presence and I say, Josh, they're okay to be here, they better be okay. I don't just endorse people because it's cute and cool. I'm just telling y'all, it's okay to ask, why are people doing certain things? That doesn't mean, see, look, I'm a chocolate brother, right? Let me just give y'all some real so y'all can get it. Y'all watching powerful people that are elites today, and they say you're racist. If you talk about BLM beating people up, they call you racist. I'm telling y'all, BLM is a bunch of freaking clowns, and I'm chocolate. You are not racist for saying they're clowns. But people have tripped your mind up so much and programmed you so much that you can't even tell the truth no more. You get called a name. It's possible to love Trump and hate his vaccine policy. It's possible to love Trump and hate who he endorses. Not hate the people, but hate the way he endorses. It's possible to love Lynn Wood and not like the fact that he's allowing people to come in front of him and saying what they're going to do and he don't know them. He hasn't seen any work they've done to make any audit anywhere. I love you, Lynn. I love your Bible scriptures you quote. I love the fact that you say all lies going to be revealed. I love the fact that you show that Bible and you speak trust in God. I love the fact that you hate pedophiles. I even remember the day, Lynn, when me and Josh talked a little bit after the fraudulent November 3rd, and we talked on the phone with you in the car, and you let us talk to your assistant too, and we talked about all that's going on with pedophilia, and we showed you how CPS is mad at Trump. We showed you how they work together with the National Council of Juvenile and Family Court Judges, which have 30,000 members and are some of the same judges right now that won't let y'all have a case. We talked about it, Lynn. But Lynn, I love you. But Lynn, the hard thing is when we've talked to you and your assistant, and then you let us talk to your assistant for an hour, hour and a half, maybe. But Lynn, we ain't get to talk to you and explain to you what's happening with these pedophiles. But what's deep, Lynn, is that Professor Clemens can come talk to you and be at your house. I love you, but I'm just telling you, got to be careful when you don't know who you're dealing with. There's agents, Lynn, who were at the symposium. And the guy who was in your house knows who the agents were. And the guy who was in your house, Lynn, ain't telling who the agents are. And the people of the nation know that there's some agents who messed up Lindell's system, which makes all of us look bad if we're trying to fight for justice and tell people what the truth is. 80 million people watch, and the whole thing was under attack, and there were agents in the midst, and Clemens said it. And if you believe Clemens and Keshel's, Lynn Wood, are the ones who are going to save the nation, then you should tell them that they should tell who the agent is, show their face, take a picture, because you say all lies will be revealed. You say everything done in secrecy is going to come out. I love you, Lynn. You should call Clemens, your friend, and tell him. Show everybody who it is today. Don't let another day go by. We don't wait until tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. Do it today. So see, guys, this is the thing that a real fighter and a real leader is going to do. A real fighter and a real leader is going to stand against what's wrong. A real fighter is going to speak up in every situation, even if he looks bad in front of some people, because they don't want any drama. It's funny that Jesus came down and had drama and didn't shut up. It's funny that John the Baptist came down and talked and had drama and wouldn't shut up. It's funny that Moses and Aaron went in front of Pharaoh and could have just shut up because their own people said, don't have drama. And they could have shut up. There's a lot of big name people out here. A lot of big name people I love. But their own professions won't let them get an audit. Lynn Wood can't get an audit, he's an attorney. Sidney Powell can't get an audit, she's an attorney. Giuliani can't get an audit, he's an attorney. Professor Clemens told y'all the attorneys won't be able to help y'all. They know what's going on. They know the secret. 2 attorneys got sanctioned yesterday, I believe. They know what's happening. They know the fix is in. And they're telling y'all they can't help y'all. But they're going to lead y'all to justice. If you can't get an audit as an attorney, why not just quit being one and be one of the regular people and get one? Oh, that would be a good idea. Regular people have all power. That would be beautiful, right? Y'all tell me what's up. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Lynn Wood ain't stupid. He's a smart man. I like Lynn. But I'm just telling y'all the truth, though. I'm trying to get y'all to think. See, if a Black man can tell y'all that Black Lives Matter is a joke group and that you should not be afraid to speak your mind about Black Lives Matters, I'm here to show you that you are well within your right to speak about people, even if they look like me. even if they look like me. If you want to say you don't like Black people, you have that right. And I'm chocolate. I am not going to restrain your free speech because it's free speech. I'm telling y'all, even if it's something that may hurt me, I don't give a freak. Salty Lulu talked about my head and said I look like a Eggo head. And if I do this, let me see, how do I do it? If the camera is lower than my head, it's going to make it look like I have an Eggo head. It look kind of big now. But she's able to say I got an Eggo head and I'll laugh and crack a joke and post the picture up and say, look, I do kind of have an Eggo head. Why? Because I don't give a freak about what you think about me. I'm the same guy who get on here and say, look, y'all got a gray tooth from a collision and a little chip in high school, right? And I tell y'all, like, look, I had 6 teeth removed at the same time. I got some gaps up in here, right? I tell y'all, look, man, I got ashy elbows. Look at them ashy elbows. Woo! Ashy elbows and ashy knees, right? Look at that. There's stuff that's wrong with me. That's okay, though, because it ain't about me. It's about God and the people being free. So talk bad about me. I tell you I'm ugly. It's okay. I'm not mad. I got an Eggo head. I ain't mad. My tooth gray. I ain't mad. Can't grow hair no more. Got cul-de-sac haircut. I ain't mad. I just cut the junk off. No big deal. No big deal. It ain't about me. I'm a nothing. I'm a nobody. I tell y'all, what you gonna do? Say David's an extra nobody? Okay. Well, argue with the law that he says then. That won't happen. That won't happen. They like, Dave can't speak to y'all because his hair ain't pretty. I'm gonna be in trouble. Dude, Dave teeth got to get perfectly straight or he can't take to y'all. Oh, well, we gonna go ahead and have to let somebody else have that show because it ain't gonna be me. Right? So guys, it's okay. I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna have a law degree, but neither did Abraham Lincoln go to somebody's school to have a law degree. But he fought court cases and won. That people thought he wouldn't win. That attorneys were going against him. He won. That the deep state was going against him. He won. So I'm good. I'm happy in the power and might of the Lord. Eyes bees happy, massa. All right, so let's keep going, y'all. Let me know if this is making sense for y'all so far. I'll laugh a little bit sometimes. He said y'all gonna have to get a health passport and digital ID with the consequent contact tracing of the population of the entire world. Those who did not accept these measures will be confined in detention camps. Y'all hearing about this, right? Trump didn't pass this out, but they're talking about it now. And they're telling y'all about camps and y'all hearing it in the news. They're calling for it. You better start figuring out what the freak is happening to you or your ain't is going to be in a train with some shackles on your ankles going into a place where you're going to be in a place that's not so good or in a grave after you get that milkshake. So I'm just telling y'all, you can laugh all you want. You can go hang with Behizzy cracking jokes. You can hang with anybody else who going to side with people who going to force you to do stuff that's wrong or take your power away. I don't give a freak. For me and my house, we will serve the Lord. We gonna drop fire. We gonna teach truth, and we gonna stand the freak up. I ain't got no degree in no law garbage. I'm not one of those attorneys that he says can't help you. I'm just telling y'all the truth. I don't know, Rico, because the Jesuits wrote the history books. So if the Jesuits wrote the history books, I don't know if I can believe them what they say about Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. I mean, it's called his story. The one who writing that junk is the one who's writing it. That's why the Clements and the and little Bowtie Boy, they want to get together on stage and make everybody look like, make everything look like they did all this so they can write the story. History will cover up everything that really happened. That's how the Jesuits do it. That's why we had the Great Fire in 1812 in the war, because they were trying to get rid of everything they told about them. They got rid of your history. Let's go deeper, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some more PCAPs. Those who do not accept those measures will be confined in detention camp or placed under house arrest, and all their assets will be confiscated. That's the plan. Y'all falling right for it if you don't listen, but don't get mad at me. I'm just a little Negro from the hood. You ain't got to listen to me. I got ashy elbows and I ain't cute and I don't dress up in bow ties or suits or nothing like that. So you keep listening to the people in bow ties and suits who tell you they can't help you, and they're going to fulfill everything they told you that they can't help you, and your anus going to perish. And when you perish, go in front of your kids and your family and tell them, some Negro from the hood told me what was coming, showed me a dude who works with people from the deep state who were telling, who told Trump who was trying to tell, and we didn't listen to him because he's just a Negro from the hood. He don't have a degree, so we can't listen to him. Lulu ain't got no degree, but she running y'all chats, telling y'all what y'all could talk about with EOG, with their connections to all the dirty stuff that I'm reading about. So you keep on playing. You keep on playing, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Somebody remove Danny Link. Okay, let's keep going. So guys, we got to understand that these are real life situations, real life garbage coming at you. Once again, this book is A Voice in the Wilderness by Carlo Vigano. Now, let's keep going, y'all. We're going to finish this letter, and then I'm going to show y'all some more real life PCAPs, so y'all can see that Dave Jose ain't just talking out of his own mind. Okay. He says, Mr. President, I imagine that you are already aware that in some countries, the Great Reset will be activated between the end of this year and the first trimester of 2021. For this purpose, further lockdowns are planned, which will be officially justified by a supposed second and third wave. Have y'all heard of something like this in recent history? Third wave, second wave? Oh my gosh. Y'all better stop it. You are well aware of the means that have been deployed to sow panic and legitimize draconian limitations on individual liberties, artfully provoking a worldwide economic crisis. In the intentions of the architects, this crisis will serve to make the recourse of nations to the Great Reset irreversible, thereby giving the final blow to a world whose existence and very memory they want to completely cancel. But this world, Mr. President, includes people, affections, right? Institutions, faith and culture, traditions, and ideals, people and values that do not act like I don't know what that is, automatons, I don't know what that is, who do not obey like machines, because they are endowed with a soul and a heart, because they are tied together by a spiritual bond that draws its strength from above, from that God that our adversaries want to challenge, just as Lucifer did at the beginning of time with his non-serviam. Many people, as we well know, are annoyed by this reference to the clash between good and evil and this use of apocalyptic overtones, which according to them exasperates spirits and sharpens divisions. See, they're trying to tear everybody up, get people to fall, destroy your spirit, and all this bull, right? D. Lemons. In the Bible, those who are against God talked about in the Bible. So if God does it in the Bible and exposes evil people in the Bible, then I'm going to talk about what is evil as much as I want to and as much as I need to, so the people know. This is not a waste of time. This is showing the people what's real. If more men stood up and showed the people what was real, we wouldn't be in this situation. But those men who don't stand up often come on videos and say, David, stop standing up. Stop telling everybody what's going on. You're wasting your time exposing these bad guys. No, I'm not. The bad guys are the ones who took over on November 3rd. The bad guys are the one who are taking our nation, blocking selections. And if you haven't stood up to stop them, don't come tell me in the middle of a fight what to do, because I won't take well to that. I'll probably jump on you. I'll probably clown you openly in front of everybody for interfering with me fighting clowns. See, CNN is trying to dog Lindell, whose system was destroyed with agents there, which Clements knew that the agents were there. He still has not taught us their name and showed us their pictures. Real men stand up like bosses. Real women stand up. You don't want to come on my show talking about David, stop wasting your time with these people. I'm not wasting time. I'm preparing people who gonna fight. I'm preparing people who gonna stand like we always do. And you're coming on here saying, David, don't waste your time. It's not a waste of time. Was Jesus wasting his time when he told people about what the Pharisees was doing wrong? Did Jesus say, I'm not going to talk about them, I'm just going to keep going? Dave should not ignore, because Lulu is working together with evil people. Dave should not ignore. Dave stands up and fight, as all people should. Now, you go over to Clemens and ask him why he didn't tell who the agents were that he announced were agents at the event that messed up stuff, that they caught trying to turn stuff in and do this. Why didn't he show their name and face? Why are they protecting the 2 agents that was there? Was he one of them? How did he know so fast? Yeah, I got information that let you avoid the camps. It's called the state constitutions. That's what I teach every day. Will you use it is the question. Why don't they want y'all talking about the state constitution in the audit chat groups? Because they know if y'all talk about it, you're going to keep freedom, and that big plan that they're telling you they're going to use to throw y'all in places that you don't want to be. We're interfering with that and interrupting it because we're helping you to learn the law too quick. Help y'all to freaking fight with the law. Let's keep going. Mr. President, let me see. Oh, watch this. Until a few months ago, oh wait, let me give y'all this. What is surprising, however, and the reason I got to talk like this, is that there is no one to sound the alarm. Let me read that again. What is surprising, however, is that there is no one to sound the alarm. You see the weak people who come on my page and say, David, stop wasting your time talking about what the truth is. Just move forward and teach us more about what we want to know about. Tell us some more news. Dave, just go on a show with Behizzy. Get on a show with Nick, Dave. Get together. Let's rah-rah together. Stop sounding the alarm, Dave. Dave, you're wrong for sounding the alarm. That's division. Until, let me see. It is not supposed to see. Hold on. Oh, what is surprising, however, is there is no one to sound the alarm. The reaction of the deep state to those who denounce this plan is broken and incoherent, but understandable. Just when the complicity of the mainstream media has succeeded in making the transition to the New World Order almost painless and unannounced, all sorts of deception, scandals, and crimes are coming to light. Watch this. Until a few months ago, it was so easy to smear as conspiracy theorists those who denounce these terrible plans, which we now see being carried out down to the smallest detail. No one, up until last February, would ever have thought that in all our cities, citizens would be arrested simply for wanting to walk down the street, to breathe, to want to keep their business open, to want to go to church on Sunday. Yet now it's happening all over the world, even in picture postcard Italy, that many Americans consider to be a small, enchanted country, with its ancient monuments, its churches, its charming cities, its characteristic villages. And while the politicians are barricaded inside of their palaces, promulgating decrees like Persian satraps, businesses are failing, shops are closing. Y'all see why they hate me and Josh? They hate me and Josh because they're running game on people and we're opening up entities in the private and they can't stop us. We're teaching people and they can't stop us. This is why they're mad. They don't know what to do. Watch this. Their palaces promulgating decrees like Persian satrap, businesses are failing, Shops are closing, and people are prevented from living, traveling, working, and praying. The disastrous psychological consequences of this operation, it's an operation, y'all, are already being seen, beginning with the suicide of desperate entrepreneurs and of our children. Why am I sounding the alarm? Why do they want me to shut up? Why are they attacking so freaking hard when people know who brought forth the audits? Why? Why? This is somebody who was talking to Trump that sound a lot like me, don't they, y'all? Who gonna stand up? They're like, Dave, hang with us with the news crew. Let's hang with all the new alternative news guys and we talk to everybody and be nice and we can keep our shows going and be in good favor with Clements and all these guys. I don't give a freak about your good favor. What the freak I look like? I don't give a freak about your group of freaking let's look cool. We got a nation to save. I wasn't here to freaking come hang out and play games with people who do news shows and be accepted. I'm here to tell the truth. I'm here to drop fire to help the people be free. And if you ain't next to be doing it, then you ain't talking nothing special to me. And if you want to go hang out with every newscaster, every famous name, every Mason, every freaking Jesuit, go hang with them. I don't give a freak, but I will not kiss your butt. I will not worship Satan. And I am not, that's right, I am not playing nice in the middle of a freaking war. I am not playing nice. I'm showing y'all the truth and how to win. They already had told y'all that no attorney is going to help y'all win. Then they want to take over the movement to help y'all win. You don't get it. They told you, we know that there was 2 agents in there going against Lindell. You didn't tell Lindell and everybody else and put it out on TV. Well, look, I would have been live on TV like, hey, y'all, these 2 dudes over here are the agents. While everybody was freaking right there. Hey, y'all see them 2 clouds over there? In the hood, we would have said the N-word. Y'all see those 2 N-words over there? They're the agents right there, those 2 N-words. That's what we would have said in the hood. I'm just being real. I'm a real dude. I would have said it right there on live TV and not felt bad about it because I'm not a clown. I'm not a clown. And I'm not trying to hang out with a couple people who cute, who wear suits. I'm trying to help the people win and make freedom by God. Martin Luther King talked to y'all about freedom. Abraham Lincoln even talked to y'all about freedom. Kennedy talked to y'all about freedom. Your forefathers wrote documents about freedom. And the very thing they don't want y'all talking about is freedom. The constitutions. Let's keep going. Segregated from friends and classmates, told to follow their class while sitting at home in front of a computer. In sacred scripture, St. Paul said to us of the one who opposed. See, Paul even talked about the one who opposed. I think that was Diotrephes. The manifestation of the mystery of iniquity. The Cathecon. In the religious sphere, the obstacle to evil is the church. And in particular, the papacy. That's what he says. I say the Church of Christ. That's the church in the Bible, the Church of Christ, Romans 16:16. Romans 16:17. 16:16, salute one another with a holy kiss. The churches of Christ greet you. Then he tells you in the next verse, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. God told what the church was in Romans 16:16. In Romans 16:17, he says, mark and avoid anybody who makes a division or offense. Some of these people want to be news media people and roll with those who offend and bring division in the real fight. I'm not making division in the real fight. I'm teaching the real fight. I'm showing y'all the receipts. I'm showing y'all the real truth. I'm showing y'all what Trump got that y'all don't know about. Some of y'all. I'm showing you. I'm showing what your forefathers put in the law books to make you free. I'm showing what y'all got guaranteed in the Constitution that they can't beat you in. And I'm telling you, hey guys, remember I've been telling y'all for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months, you are the majority. You are the majority. You're the majority. You're really the majority. You did not lose in the third. You're the majority. You're the majority. The majority got the ability to turn it all over and stop it right now. The majority can do it. The majority. Y'all got the power of the people. Y'all got it. That's what I've been telling y'all. CanCon is real news. CanCon is real news. Let me keep going. As of now, it is clear who occupies the chair of Peter has betrayed his role at the very beginning in order to defend and promote the globalist ideology, supporting the agenda of the deep church, who chose him for the ranks. Mr. President, you have clearly stated that you want to defend the nation, one nation under God, fundamental liberties, and non-negotiable values that are denied and fought against today. It is you, dear President, who are the one who opposes the deep state, the final assault on the children of darkness. Trump, you had a chance. Now, Trump, just because you let some of the stuff go, don't mean we gonna stop. The people ain't stopping. We gonna bring that freaking fire. And we're going to use the real law, and we're going to win in front of everybody by God. And the people gonna know it was God, because everybody who wants to throw you in the trash don't realize that God is creating a table for you. Psalm 23, in the presence of your enemies. They're wondering, why is Dave still on? We don't even like Dave now. We want to talk bad about him and hang with other people and hate on him. God will provide a table for you and let your enemies sit there and watch. Provide a table for you in the presence of your enemies. All the deep state Clinton enemies who were there, watching when I started fighting CPS and saying nobody would ever get kids back. God let them sit there and watch us have 91 kids come back. All they can say is, you ain't got yours back yet. Yeah, yet. You know what the deal is. You know what God has put in me. And then Behizi and them, they'll say, oh, why is Dave the only one still up? Because God. You know who Behizi, God, you know who God is, Behizi. You say so all the time. You know who God is. You know that it is God who lifts up and God who tears down. You know that if God didn't want me here, Behizi, I wouldn't be here. You know it, Nick. You know it, Gail. You know it, Professor Clemens. You know I shouldn't be here. But it is by God, Psalm 91 protection, that I'm here, baby, dropping the truth every single day. And I will be here as long as God wants me to, and the people will be prepared. And the people know that I'm not on here joking. I'm not on here playing. I'm giving people real remedy, real freedom, along with Josh Barnett fighting like a mug. We're here. You can party with those with the big names, but it don't last long. People were partying with Trump. Kanye was partying with Trump, but Trump ain't in office no more. Trump had a chance to take all those machines. Trump got deceived. I love Trump, but he got deceived. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. I'm sorry, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Trump got tricked. I'm not here to let everybody else get tricked. I'm not here to go along and get along. I'm not trying to be friends with the attorneys who don't want to fight. I'm not making excuses for people who don't have PCAPs. I'm not making excuses. I'm here prepared, dropping fire every day by God. I am a nothing and a nobody. I got no reason to be here. The only reason I'm here is because God chose me to do this fight. God chose Josh Barnett to do this fight. God chose all the regular people, the affidavit mamas, to light up governments around the nation, kicking butt. God chose Shamrock. God chose Face of America. God chose Matt DePerno to do what he does and Bill Bailey to do what he does. God chose Tory to light fire in the land when people don't know what they're doing. God chose Yeshua's child. God chose John to fight at a time like this. God chose Josue Lugo to fight at a time like this. God chose Aaron Yeager and Carla to fight at a time like this. God chose them affidavit mamas to light fire throughout the land, showing the real law and waking up government officials, taking pictures with legislators that never knew the law said what it said. God chose Dan to drop fire and smoke and stand on what's real. God chose Sharon Yu to be a beast in Texas, drop law, and push people forward to get audits. God chose Heather and Ryan over in Virginia to lead the people to stand up like animals and drop that smoke. Thousands of affidavits over and over and over again. Who can deny the power of the regular people? Y'all saw Amanda smiling and happy. God chose Shelly to drop fire, to encourage, along with Shamrock, along with Violet, to drop fire in my soul on the days where it gets hard. God chose Daniel Kelly to drop fire and be a part of history. God chose Mary to do the freaking work with Leo 71, with Sandy Brown, to stand up and make a freaking change. We are regular freaking people lighting fires across the nation that nobody has been able to stop. I don't want to hear a dang thing about somebody's attorney, somebody's dude in a bow tie, and how they gonna lead the people without knowing what the freak to do with the people. You better understand that God is mighty, God is powerful, and I ain't gotta roll with a group of people making videos to be successful. They will love me when they love me, and they will hate me when they hate me. But one thing I ask is, don't be deceived. Who's giving you the freaking tapes? Who's freaking giving you the PCAPs? Who's freaking telling you who the agents are by name and face? Who is going to put their life on the line and show y'all the freedoms your forefathers gave and what your God in heaven gave you? They want to check me because I talk about God too much, when your Constitution was made off of the ideals of God. They don't want you to know nothing. They want you to wait for them. They want you to believe that they're going to help you while telling you they can't help you. I can't help you. The attorneys can't help you, but we're going to help you. That's hilarious, man. That is some funny stuff. That is some funny stuff. All right, let's get more. Let's get more. And we'll get y'all to some more tapes that you can see, and then we'll wrap it up. President, who are the ones who opposes the deep state, the final assault, the one of the children of darkness. For this reason, it is necessary for all people of goodwill be persuaded of the epical importance of the imminent election. Not so much for the sake of this or that political program, but because of the general inspiration of your action that best embodies, in this particular historical context, that world, our world, which they want to cancel by the means of the lockdown. Your adversary is also our adversary. It is the enemy of the human race, he who is the murderer from the beginning. Around you are gathered with faith and courage those who consider you the final garrison, but they didn't know God. The final garrison against the world's dictatorship. They don't know that they were some people trying to encourage Trump that was sitting back with the people, and God is rising the people up. Trump ain't the last garrison. Trump was a piece of the puzzle. We, the people, are the ones who have all political power, and we're going to stand the freak up, and we're going to light that smoke, and it ain't even got to be a million of us. We're going to break this junk down. We're going to tear it apart across the nation. You're going to see God stand up. You're going to see God stand up for the people, and you're going to see a shaking and a quaking like you've never seen before. Mark my words. I'll put my life, my soul, my spirit on God 100% of the time. day after day, week after week, year after year, God wins every time. I'm just telling y'all the truth. We're going to keep going. No, my life doesn't matter. My life is nothing. My life is nothing. God is everything. And God will use me for the time he uses me. And if I get my brains blown out on TV, I would have earned it, because the people are going to know the law and know the truth and be able to stand. And I don't give a freak what happens to me. I don't care. The people going to be victorious. And if I'm dead, y'all tell my kids how much I love them. Tell my kids how much I fought for them to be free. I'll take the death. I'll take the gunshots. I'll put myself on the line. They already tried to kill me. People know it. They put hits out on me already. I'm not quitting. I'm too far over into the winning side. It ain't no turning back. My life is nothing. But I care about your life. I care about your soul. I care about everybody being in the Church of Christ. I care about everybody knowing the truth of the gospel. I care about everybody having that freedom and being able to tell your kids what I'm saying today. That's what I care about. I know they want to kill me. I know my life can end. I ain't scared though. I ain't scared. I'm having a party. I'm going to earn it. If I get hit with shells, y'all, if I get hit with bullets, everyone I'm going to earn. I'm going to dig so deep into the deep state, into the Jesuits, into the Masons, into their money, into their plans, and teach people so much about freedom, which they hate, that if they do destroy me, I would have earned it. So let's go. I'm about that life. I'm 100% in. Ain't no turning back. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. Around you are gathered with faith and courage those who consider you the final garrison against the world dictatorship. He is not. The alternative is to vote for a person who is manipulated by the deep state, gravely compromised by scandals and corruption. This guy is telling y'all, who will do to the United States what George Mario Bergoglio is doing to the church. Prime Minister Conte to Italy, President Macron to France, Prime Minister Sanchez to Spain, and so on. The blackmailable nature of Joe Biden, just like that of the prelates of the Vatican's magic circle, will expose him to be used unscrupulously, allowing illegitimate powers to interfere in both domestic politics as well as international balances. It is obvious that those who manipulate him already have someone worse than him ready, with whom they will replace him as soon as the opportunity arises. And yet, in the midst of this bleak picture, this apparently unstoppable advance of the enemy, invisible enemy, an element of hope emerges. The adversary does not know how to love. And see, when I say I don't give a freak about my life, guys, my life for the sake of love is nothing. If God gets to touch you guys and I die, I win and God wins. If God lets me live, I win and God wins. My life is nothing. He will use me for what he uses me for. But my wish is for God to win and for y'all to win. Let's keep going. The adversary does not know how to love, and it does not understand that it is not enough to assure universal income or to cancel mortgages in order to subjugate the masses and convince them to be branded like cattle. This people, which is exactly what I'm showing y'all, don't take their stuff. Don't play with these clowns. You fight with other people and bless God and work together. You don't let these people rule you by giving you free stuff. This people, which for far too long has endured the abuses of a hateful and tyrannical power, is rediscovering that it has a soul. The people are looking for faith now. It is understanding that it is not willing to exchange its freedom for the homogenization and cancellation of its identity. It is beginning to understand the value of familial and social ties. See, I keep showing you about family, loving each other, not being separated. Of the bonds of faith and culture that unite honest people. The great reset is destined to fail because those who plan it do not understand there are still people who are ready to take to the streets discreet if you're from Florida, to defend their rights and protect their loved ones, to give the future to their children and grandchildren. The leveling inhumanity humanity of the globalist project will shatter miserably in the face of the firm and courageous opposition of the children of light. That's what I'm trying to show y'all how to be. The enemy has Satan on his side, he who will only know how to hate. But on our side, we have the Lord Almighty, the God of armies arrayed for battle, and the most, he says, Holy Virgin. I don't believe that Mary is still alive. I believe that it is God of heaven, and it is Jesus Christ, who will crush the head of the ancient serpent. If God is for us, who can be against us? That is a true statement. Mr. President, you are well aware that in this crucial hour, the United States of America is considered the defending wall against which the war declared by the advocates of globalism has been unleashed. Guys, Professor Clements was a never Trumper. He had those ideas for a reason. He wasn't a forever Trumper. He isn't somebody who came out and taught the people their rights by the Constitution worldwide and showed the state constitutions before all of this. So why is he now trying to take over the teaching of the people now? Place your trust in the Lord, not man, y'all. Strengthened by the words of the Apostle Paul, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. To be an instrument of divine providence is a great responsibility for which you will certainly receive all the graces of the state that you need, since they are being fervently implored for you by many people who support you with their prayers. With this heavenly hope, you, the assurance of my prayer for you, for the First Lady, and for your collaborators, which with all my heart, I send you blessing. God bless the United States of America. Okay, so guys, I'm showing y'all the PCAPs. I'm showing y'all the real receipts. I'm showing y'all what really happened with Trump. I'm showing y'all the real truth. I'm showing y'all what the fight is really about. I'm going to show y'all some last little PCAPs real quick. And can y'all do me a favor and share this video with everyone and like it if you have not? Please, it will get the algorithm going. It will get more people watching the screens. It'll get more people watching and we can get the truth out quicker. Guys, we don't need everybody to get the truth out with us. We just need some faithful people to get the truth out with us. That's all. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys some more PCAPs. I'm going to show y'all some more PCAPs. Okay, guys, I'm going to give you guys a brief history lesson so you can see some stuff. Here I'm going to show you the Lincoln writings of Charles Chinquapin. Now, what I want you to know, guys, is Charles Chinquapin is a gentleman who actually had Abraham Lincoln act as an attorney for him, counsel for him. And this man actually used a self-taught lawyer in Lincoln who was not part of this American Bar Association when it started and all that stuff. This is, or I'm sorry, who didn't go to law school. This is Abraham Lincoln, who was called Honest Abe. I want to show you something a little bit about what happened here. This man, there was actually a Jesuit conspiracy to set this man up along with high Romans in order to say that he raped somebody because the Jesuits were controlling the courts at that time to an extent. And they were setting up a fake case against this man who they got a woman to lie and say that that this man raped her, Charles Chinquapin, because he was telling the truth about what the Vatican was doing wrong. So, Greta, the dirt on Clemens is very simple. What you saw in front of your face. He told y'all that there was agents that he knew of at the event, and he didn't tell y'all who it was. Is that a good thing? Here we go. Let's look here. To your second question, if you did come across it, did the accusation seem to you to be entirely groundless? We answer yes. It seemed to us so genuinely grounded as to not merit any attention on our part. Perhaps the decision of Nicolay and Hay to ignore the charge of a Jesuit conspiracy against Lincoln was unwise. A proper and firm denial might have prevented further publication of the story. See, guys, the Jesuits come and they take over the media, even in Lincoln's time. And they try to give false information on the people who belong to God or who stand for right, so that they can take the mind of the people and sway it. The originator of the conspiracy theory was Charles P.T. Chinquapin, a former Catholic priest who claimed to be a close friend and confidant of Abraham Lincoln, according to Chinquapin. Now, the thing is, guys, what you're going to see here is the Jesuits being talked about, Lincoln being talked about, and Chinquapin being talked about. In 1891, John G. Nicolay, Lincoln's former secretary, received a note from Benedict Golder, a Jesuit priest in New York, asking for information about a libelous pamphlet printed in Germany. The pamphlet, according to Goldner, was a translation of a work originally written in this country, in which the author maintains that assassination of President Lincoln was the work of the Jesuits. See, guys, the Jesuits come in and interfere with your movements. And then they will, after that, write text to tell that they didn't do what was going on. But Charles Chinquapin was one who was represented by Abraham Lincoln. Charles Chinquapin told that these gentlemen were actually involved with setting up Abraham Lincoln, how they tried to poison him with arsenic, how they had to set him up to kill him, and were going back and forth telling how they were going to kill him. Booth actually ended up being shown as a Jesuit. Rome responsibility for the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, with an appendix containing conversations between Abraham Lincoln and Charles Chinquapin. Guys, this book is $9 on Amazon. You should get it. So you can see, guys, that this has been a thing that has happened for a long time. The high-level Roman agitators that we just read about have been setting people up and using government positions, military, and other forms of entities to, like the FBI and the CIA, to destroy the people who go against what it is that we just seen from Vigano. Now, what's crazy is Abraham Lincoln talked about how the Jesuits were infiltrating his army. They were infiltrating Abraham Lincoln's army and would try to kill him behind his back. Would try to kill him. Watch this, y'all. I'm going to read this. The author of this book, General Thomas Maley Harris, was a medical doctor who recruited and served as commander of the 10th West Virginia Volunteers during the Civil War. He rose in the rank through meritorious service to become a brigadier general in the Union Army. General Harris established a reputation for faithfulness, industriousness, intelligence, and efficiency. He was noted for his leadership in preparing his troops and leading them in battle. He was breveted a major, I don't know what that word is, a major general for gallant conduct in the assault of Petersburg after Civil War. General Harris served one term as a representative in the Virginia legislature over there with Josh's people. and was West Virginia's adjutant general from 1869 to 1870. General Harris was a member of the military commission that tried and convicted the conspirators who assassinated President Lincoln. So they tried the people who were Jesuits. He had firsthand knowledge of sworn testimony of the witnesses in that trial. This book summarizes the salient evidence throughout during the military trial and adds information from other sources to present before the public the ineluctable conclusion that the assassination of Abraham Lincoln was the work of the Roman Catholic Church. It was actually the Jesuits, the militia for the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church has been largely successful in suppressing the circulation of this book. This is what these people do, guys. These people block when you try to bring out the truth. They will remove your access to media. This book has never been given a place on bookstore shelves, as it exposed too much of the Roman Catholic hierarchy to tolerate, and display of this book would bring an instant boycott of the bookstore. It is only now, in the age of the internet, where the marketplace of ideas has been opened wide, that this book can be found by those searching for the truth of who's behind the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. Y'all see this? Watch this. Some Catholics say, some Catholics are deeply disturbed that the Vatican is cozying up to China's repressive regime. Did y'all know that the CCP was falling apart? The CCP was falling apart, guys, and the Vatican, the Jesuits, saved them. Saved them. We're trying to figure out how to fight. We see that the Jesuits have ran much of what goes on in our nation. Clinton, Jesuit, Georgetown University. Biden, Jesuit. Kane and Pence talked about their Jesuit teachings. They helped Marxism survive. They funded Hitler. CCP losing everything. And the Jesuits helped them. Modern atheism is being taught by the Jesuits. Modern atheism taught by the Jesuits. The Jesuits are in such power that they have taken over museums, libraries, churches, governments, hospitals, in order to get out everything they want to get out, and they even teach in most of the law schools. Guys, we have to stop this, and we got to take it seriously. I'm going to try to screen share and see if it would allow me to play the sound that we really need to hear. I'm going to let you guys hear something so you can understand who's teaching our scientists, who's infiltrating and running stuff. I'm going to see if it's going to let me play this. I hope you guys can hear the sound. I want you to hear the oath of the Jesuits and what they have planned to do in America. And if you think these news media channels and these groups are coming together for no reason at all, you got to be crazy. I'm going to let y'all hear the oath of the Jesuits if it will play. If it won't, this video will be yours. Let me know if you guys can hear the audio that comes up. Can y'all hear this? Let me know if y'all can hear this. Let me know if y'all were able to hear that sound, because I'm going to show y'all who y'all fighting against. Can y'all tell me if y'all heard this noise that we're just playing? I now in the present. No? Let me go back. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Can y'all hear that? No. Okay. I would read it to y'all. It's low. It's too low, can hear it. Okay, let me try something really quick, because I got to let y'all hear this. Where are my recorders? Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Y'all couldn't hear it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play the audio. You can read it on the screen, but I'm going to try to play the audio so you guys can know what's being said. Let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to try it again. Tell me if y'all can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it now. Can y'all hear that? Oh, sound died. Sorry. Is that playing, guys? Mute is on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let me make sure I get this right. Please forgive me. Okay, so we got sound coming from here to here into the, oh wait, that might be fried. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh. See, so I got this going into here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to figure out how to plug these back together. I took them out a while back. Y'all can hear me though, right? Yep. Test, 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 test. Y'all can't hear me? Oh, I know what I can do. Okay, we're gonna make this easy. Turn that all the way down. I'm gonna take one of these and stream it back through here. Okay, hopefully we don't hear zing really loud, but we'll see. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm working on trying to. That one is not the right one. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Let me try something. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so let me try to play it now and see if it plays. I reset the whole thing. And if it doesn't, then we'll. Can y'all hear this? Okay, now let me ask y'all. Can hear you, but not the audio, what you're saying. No, yes, no, yes. Okay, so guys, are y'all not hearing the audio from what I'm playing? No, yes. No. Okay, give me a second, y'all, because I want y'all to hear this because we got to get it right. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Y'all got to forgive me because I stopped sharing more than one audio at once. I stopped using the system that let me do that. So then what happens is that when I stopped sharing that, I no longer needed to have the courts around, so I kind of moved them. And I don't want to just read it to y'all because it's better for you to hear it for yourself. Let me see. I got papers and documents. Okay, this should work. So let me see if I take this one. Oh, okay. This should do it better. So we got, I'm gonna try it this way. Your mute is on from the vid. We hear you, but no audio from the vid. Your mute button is on for the vid. Are you sure? Because the audio right here looks all the way up. See, it's all the way up. And when I push it, it's going. So the audio is on my side. I'm gonna try one other thing. I'm gonna try something. Give me 1 second, guys. We can figure this out. Okay, I think this will do it. See, so we got a sound out. Give me 1 second, y'all. You have to give permission to Zoom to share your audio. Where? We're at. Let me see something real quick. Okay, so tell me if it plays now. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna turn that all the way down. I'm gonna put this one in, and we're gonna turn it on. Okay, tell me if it plays now. Is it playing, guys? Are y'all hearing sound? You, yes, Vietnam. I don't have my phone. Okay. Let me figure something out real quick. I would just, let me see. If I take it, all my microphones out, and I just play it through the screen, would you guys hear it through the screen? Oh, I get it now. All right, so I'm gonna try something else. Okay, I got it. Thank you guys. I figured out what y'all are trying to tell me. Okay, so we're gonna do this the right way. Okay, let's just do this the easy way. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to can't let the speaker play it. I'm going to try to play it through the phone, not connect it to the device. So let's try this. So I'm going to not see y'all in a second. So I'm going to try to play it so y'all can hear it. I'm not going to be able to see y'all because I can't tell what's on my screen. So I'm going to play it through the microphone.
I now, in the presence of Almighty God and you, my ghostly Father, the Superior General of the
Can y'all
Society
hear
of
that?
Jesus, founded by Saint Ignatius Loyola, due by the womb of the Virgin and the matrix of God and the rod of Jesus Christ, declare and swear that His Holiness the Pope is Christ and is the true and only head of the Catholic or Universal Church throughout the earth. Therefore, to the utmost of my power, I shall and will defend this doctrine and His Holiness right and custom against all usurpers of the heretical or Protestant authority and all adherents in regards that they be usurped and heretical opposing the sacred mother Church of Rome. I do further promise and declare that notwithstanding I am dispensed with to assume any religion heretical for the propagating of the mother church's interest, I do further promise and declare that I will have no opinion or will of my own, or any mental reservation whatsoever, even as a corpse, but will unhesitatingly obey each and every command that I may receive from my superiors in the militia of the Pope and of Jesus Christ. I furthermore promise and declare that I will wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and liberals, to extirpate and exterminate them from the face of the whole earth. And that I will hang, burn, waste, boil, and flay, and strangle and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up the stomachs of the wounded of their women, and crush their infant heads against the walls, in order to annihilate forever their execrable race.
Now, guys, I want you to see this right here is what was actually put in the Library of Congress, 62nd Congress right here, third session, United States Congressional Record, and they tried to take it out. It was also quoted in Charles Didier in his book, Subterranean Rome. So guys, these people who have been attacking America have been joining the churches, have been getting into all government positions. This is what a Jesuit is. The Jesuits say that they will get to a point where they're going to take over your nations. Anybody who's a Protestant, meaning not in the Church of Rome, they are going to cut the babies out of your women's stomach and crush their heads on the walls. They will wage war secretly and openly against you and will interfere in the midst of governments and anybody else they need to. This is who killed Abraham Lincoln. This is who went after Kennedy. This is who was after Trump. So you can say, oh, we'll wait. This is who this guy is talking about, Bigelow, in his book. He's telling about the Jesuits of Rome and how they destroy whole nations. I could be quiet and shut up, but y'all feel something coming and something happening. These people are sticking stuff inside of your babies and your babies are dying. Can't walk no more. And you don't understand what's happening because you don't know the history of what these dirty dogs have been doing. And then somebody like me steps up and says, listen, I got to show you guys, you can't live like this. They're coming to destroy. Trump was warned about this. And people think this is a dang game and a dang joke. They want to have a popularity contest. People talking about killing your babies, killing you, boiling you, flaying you, slaying you, choking you. And people want to play a game. They want to say, Dave, let's just all go along and get along. They're planning to destroy you and me. I'm not here to play a game. You can like me or you cannot like me. You can roll with a crowd of people that got a name, or you can roll with whoever else you want to. But I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to give you real PCAPs. Not going to promise it to you and don't give it to you. I'm letting y'all know these people tricked Trump as attorneys, making it look like they were going to help him. It is inquisitions. Actually, they're the ones who ran the inquisitions. They're the ones who killed all the Christians around the world. Guys, if Clements knows that there's an agent in the room, he should have told you already. The fact that you got to wait to find out who the agent is and he didn't went on channels already lets you know he's playing games and he knows who the agent is. Most likely they're connected. That's how simple it is. But you ain't got to listen to me because my hair don't look good. I don't wear a suit. I'm not the guy who went to Yale or Harvard or whatever these big name schools are. I don't dress up all cute. So you ain't got to listen to me. But the thing is, the people who know what's going on in the world told Trump. Trump told y'all something. You better make a decision what side you want to play on. I'm not here to coddle anybody. I'm here to tell the truth. And I'm here to help the nation stand. I'm here to help us be free. Something Rome has never wanted. Rome enslaved the people in the Bible. Rome will enslave you. And if I'm a real man and I'm going to tell what the real truth is, I will tell you this and I will not have fear. But there's a lot of people in this world who are looking to men to have a name, who want to keep their livelihood going, who want to show off what they know, who they know. That's not what real people do. Real people don't just leave everybody hanging. That oath, that Jesuit oath is from the 1500s. It was put on the congressional record in the United States. These people have been doing this a long time. Clemens said, attorneys ain't gonna help us. They teach the attorneys here. But he wants to be the attorney to help you. Then he's trying to insinuate that I'm an agent. But then he meets agents, knows who they are, and don't tell y'all who they are. Sound like an agent. But anyway, guys, I want you to have a blessed day. I enjoy talking with you guys. Please let me know if you're fed. Let me know if y'all got those PCAPs. Did I not bring the evidence? Did I not bring the truth? Am I not showing y'all stuff that they don't want y'all to see? Showing you remedy, showing you truth, showing you how to fight, showing you how to stand up, showing you how to put Trump back in office where he belongs, showing you how to knock down evil and stand on your rights. I mean, I've been doing this before this selection stuff. I was never a never Trumper. I was never one of these political people, ever. But y'all see me standing and fighting right next to y'all. So if you want to believe that I'm something bad, you want to believe that I'm not showing you the truth and I'm not exposing it to you, I show more evidence than what was shown to you for the last several days. Since the 1500s is that oath. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for all that you guys have done. I want to thank you guys for standing. I want to thank you guys for seeing truth and believing it. I want to thank you guys for standing on what's real and not what's fake. And I want you guys to share this to everybody. Let's get the word out there. We don't need everybody, right? Yeah, if I was agent, I surely failed because it's really telling people how to win. If I was an agent, they would have gave me an honorary law license right now. They'll be like, yo, Dave, you want one of these licenses so you say we can say you belong to us, and yeah, tear some junk up, dude. You know? But anyway, guys, somebody go ask Bahizzi and Nick and them to go find out who this agent is and get some pictures and show us the PCAPs of that. Since we can't have PCAPs of the PCAPs, tell them to give us the PCAPs of the agents who were working at the Lindell event and tell on them and get Clemens to tell. Let's ask the hard questions. All right, y'all. I'm drained and tired now. You probably can tell. I put my whole soul into the war, and it is what it is. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all stay out of trouble. Y'all be cool. Peace. Dun, 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 dun. What's up? Dun, 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 dun. What's up? All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all later. Y'all be cool.